Chat. Oh shit, it's looping. Alright, it's fixed. Cheers. Civ, thank you for the 3-month resub is crazy, bro. Dude, it's Terraria music. Terraria music's lit. Be quiet. Thank you for the 3 months though. Dang, 3 months is kind of crazy. Wait, why does it say resubscribed for 6 months? They've been subscribed for 3 months. What does that even mean? That's crazy. Anyways, chat, I beg, don't stream at 3 a.m. Okay, so chat, about that. Holy crap, this song is so loud. About that, technically, this was scheduled for 7:30. Holy shit. Are there even 10 people in the Twitch chat yet? Oh my goodness. What the Okay, Sif. Wow, I was not ready for 10 community gift subs. Holy shit, W Sif. Thank you, Sif, for that. That was insane. We haven't even done anything yet. Oh, for the LobCorp. Yes, our last stream we did complete Lobotomy Corporation. It was an 11-hour stream. So thank you, Sif. Yeah, I had forgot that we had made that bet, bro. You're lit for that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you're actually like operant conditioning me right now. Wow. Okay, what a start. We are lit. So, technically, I had this scheduled for 7:30 p.m. It is 7:51, but I rescheduled it to 8 p.m. So, am I early or am I late? What do you guys think? Right? Because I'm 8 minutes earlier than what it's scheduled, but I was scheduled for 7:30. I think I'm early. You did have the private booth last stream. That is Toronto. I don't think now though. I think now we will have a little more of a packed theater. Yeah, Schrodinger's stream, exactly. But yeah, our plan is, we're gonna start with the I worked for Mr. Beast, he's a sociopath, Dogpack 404 video. We're gonna start with that. There's another video from Legal Eagle about the lottery stuff that might be worth watching. So that is kind of a maybe. And then, I don't know, talk with chat a bit, maybe see if there's any other big videos kind of on the situation to talk about. And then after that, it kind of depends how much time, like how long we've been streaming, but we might jump into like a game and maybe like an Outer Wilds or something. Maybe like a Talos, probably Outer Wilds, because I feel like I need to finish that. You know, we're kind of in like, yeah, but that's kind of the rough plan here. So, I do want to wait. Let's wait like a few minutes though, like 7 minutes before we start the video. Look, I can give us the, you want to see my beautiful face, chat? There we go. We can, start, I don't want to start the video yet, because I had this scheduled for 8. So if anybody wants to watch the video, you know, I don't want them to get hoed. So chat, how you doing? You don't feel like you're going to finish Talos? How much longer do I have in Talos? I kind of feel like I'm not even close to the ending. I feel like I'm not even halfway. Am I wrong? Internet's trash, unlucky. Depends on what you want to do, fair enough. I mean, I guess I could just rush the end game a little bit more, because I have been kind of doing a completionist a little bit. But, yeah, I mean, though, chat, when it comes to the Mr. Beast situation, let's go to Puss. If there's any other big videos, big exposes, Twitter threads, anything like that, feel free to let me know. I did a couple streams ago go over like a Twitter back and forth a little bit, which was fun. So, and I will probably make a video. Mr. Beast attacked me in the alley last week, but did he pay you? Think about it. Let's assess, chat. But yeah, point being though, I will make a most likely another one of the same video I did, where yeah, make a TikTok response, sure, where we do where I make it into a YouTube video. So, look for that if you gotta jump out of stream or anything. Fate Friday. Fate, I did watch the finale. I just finished watching the finale like 10 minutes ago. So, it was very good. I haven't had the time to edit it, so I'm gonna edit it after stream and try to get it uploaded after stream. That's the plan for Fate Friday. So, technically, I'm sure that at least there's one time zone that it'll still be a Friday. So I think we're still on for Fate Friday. We'll see though. But yeah. Shut up music. Bing. Let me, as long as it's tonight, we'll see, though. We'll see. So this is the video, though, that we will be watching. It is a nice 50-30, probably 1.25 speed again. I feel like that was good. Are you watching El Malai Case Files next? I have no idea. I have no plan for a next watch after Fate. To follow up on Fate. I don't have a plan for that. I have heard, by the way, though, that this is a lot, like, darker than the last one, in a sense. Where the last one was a little more lighthearted, right? I mean, we were, like, joking about the raccoon a little bit, you know? But this one I've heard is kind of crazy. So we'll definitely want to, like, you know, not do anything too crazy on it. Yeah, no spoilers, no spoilers, no spoilers on, Mr. Beast Sociopath. It's so true. But yeah, so that should be exciting. Do we want to wait 4 minutes so that we start at 8, or do we want to just get into it, chat? What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking? Got my water. Get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack, too. Alright, it's about to be a little bit of a movie. Alright, well, silence equals consent, am I right? I'm ready from Sif, that means I'm ready. Alright, let's get into it, chat. I worked for Mr. Beast, he's a sociopath. Gus says, I'll be tabbed out, but have fun. Alright, well, appreciate it. Thanks for letting me know, I guess. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get this phone, though. Bam!
I'm hungry. Alright, jokes for food.
Oh. Restart. What? What's up, chat? Why are there no subtitles and captions? What do you mean, unavailable? Huh? Wait, that's crazy. I wanted them hoes. Are you kidding me, man? When did this came out 2 days ago? I'm surprised that there isn't subtitles. Okay. That is so unlucky. Okay, well, we're gonna have to just listen. Let me know if the audio's a trouble and we will adjust that, but let's get going in 3, 2, 1, bang.
I'm hungry.
Chatamir, thank you for the follow.
Alright, jokes for food. I wish a philanthropist YouTuber would just give me 10K and not film it. Hey, what the hell happened to you? Mr. Beast, that's what happened to me.
It's a skit.
I was gonna beat somebody. I was gonna beat him. Carl, sit back down. Carl, sit back down.
It's a skit. Wait, we can do 1 time speed. I'll do 1 time speed, and I will speed it up. Or I will make it louder. Because if we're not doing captions, I'll make it louder. Is this better?
Carl, sit back down. This is worse than the next tonight is gonna make me do.
Yeah, it is giving content cop vibes.
Okay, content cop from Timu back at it again. So just before I get into my interrogation of former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weddle, a lot has happened since my last video. After posting it, I got hundreds of messages from former Mr. Beast employees, and I had them all like send proof of former employment. You know, just people showing their support or telling their stories of you know, fake videos.
All right, chat. Listen. This is important. This is an important situation. That means we're gonna read the messages, okay? Because we want to be as educated as possible on this. Yeah. So these are from other Mr. Beast employees. Just watch your video. I don't know if people are accusing you or not working B, but I feel like you experience with the higher ups are the same as mine, and the way you mentioned specifically pitching ideas for the Feastables bar is 100% how it was creating pitches as a writer. The whole brand is shady, and the company is as well. Okay. This one is kind of just an interview. No, not about Chris. This was some producer. I unfortunately can't speak too much on that, but I believe someone else who would reach out to you has more info on it. Big thing I can talk about is just how much other stakeholders had their time and energy wasted. I was asked to get doctors and orgs fired up about working with us, only to pull the rug on them after agreeing to arrangements. It was quite uncomfortable for me. Big reason why I left, but not the biggest. There was just so much malevolence and hostility within the team. They were way too slow to axe one pretty awful team lead in particular. No, not about Chris. This was some producer. That's a bit concerning. Tyler, on the set of Saving 100 Dogs, bought one of the employees' dogs off of them for $10,000 in a weird power play to see if he could pay someone enough to give up their dog instead of just adopting any of the hundreds of rescue dogs at the shelter. Tyler also forced the production to put this dog into the video, Charlie Corgi, so he could receive the free dog food and pet insurance for life, despite the fact that the dog already had a home and that he was very wealthy. Keeping a real rescue dog from being adopted and a new pet owner that could have used the free pet food insurance from receiving it. Whoa! That's crazy. So, the power play... Tyler. Whoever this... Okay, so this Tyler person is getting targeted, bro. I don't know who this Tyler person is, but... Because this is the same person for both that wanted free pet food, free pet insurance for life, and was doing a power play or something. So let's keep our eyes out for Tyler.
Unsafe practices.
World's most dangerous trap video with Mac. Mac loses when he does that. It was actually the final trap build. There were no other rooms, so Mac purposefully took a dive at the last possible moment. Ooh, is that true? That's a big claim. That they had to take the dive because they weren't prepped for more. It is not uncommon to see people sleeping in the office because they worked all night. The higher-ups routinely mock the idea of work-life balance. Everyone that works there is very aware on how awful the company is for one's mental health and the ability to maintain relationships outside of Beast. I'm not surprised about this. I think that's absolutely going to be true. And I think that's actually something that's been loud and proud, right? Because I feel like Mr. Beast himself has, like, said before, like, I want people who are obsessed. I want people who are obsessed, right? Because Homeboy himself has always been, like, very grind set heavy. So, yeah, I think it's just, like, there's no way they have a normal, you know, or, like, even an average work-life balance. Okay, during COVID, Tyler routinely made fun of COVID. Drama farming? We love drama farming. I'm not drama farming, I'm reaping drama crops that other people have farmed. That's different. Okay. Transmitted COVID. Multiple contestants from the Amazon show were sent to the hospital on the Olympics video due to the sets being built last second and not appropriately tested for safety.
You know, toxic workplace.
Drama harvester facts. Okay. Many people who received free hearing aids and NC would have gotten them for free cheap anyways, even without Mr. Beast. Also can speak to the overall malevolence and unprofessionalism of Jimmy, Tyler, James, Warren. I find this interesting, yeah. Oh, and Jimmy being an environmentalist with Team Trees and Team Seas is a joke. The dude has a massive carbon footprint. Some stuff I heard about secondhand also alarming. Okay, like, the problem with these, some stuff about an executive after my time sexually assaulting someone. These aren't enough. Yes, Gloss, yes! These, like, we don't want to trust these messages yet, but these are good to keep in mind. That, like, apparently people have been reaching out.
I'm not really going to get into this.
Read the tweet M20 sent. Do we want to read that now or later? Yeah, these are messages he got from other Mr. Beast employees. Probably later, right? We can put them in the stream channel in the Discord. Shout out the Discord, link in the YouTube video descriptions.
Claims because, for one, like, most people want to stay anonymous, which I understand. And also, like, I think most of that stuff's just been covered with you know, the news coming out about Beast Games and everything. And also I have, like, more serious allegations that I want to start covering.
Wait 1 second. Right now, they are just messages without backing. He says he has authenticated some, but we can't be sure. So
also, I heard from a very credible source that Mr. Beast has been sitting on a response to part 1 because he was worried if he posted it, I would instantly respond with part 2. You know, like this is Kids Bop, Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
I was about to say, just like the Kendrick Lamar.
Also, I know Mr. Beast's secret CEO has been practically like harassing my people on, you know, hey, what's in part 2? What does he know? So I will just tell you, James, what will be in part 3, so you don't have to harass my people.
Part 3?
Serious allegations of sexual misconduct in the company and your direct involvement in covering up those crimes. And I'll make sure to give you full credit and plaster your face all over the screen when we talk about that. So yeah, I've gotten dozens of messages from former Mr. Beast employees of very serious allegations. So I just want to put a call to action at the start of this video that, you know, if you have a story, you can DM me. Just make sure you send proof of employment first, because I get a lot of DMs. And like, as much as I meme and joke around, like, I take anonymity very seriously. So without explicit permission, I don't go public with anything. And obviously, if it goes to court,
as you should.
I would hope they would censor your information from the court documents. I don't know. Oh, and former contestants too. That's another thing I heard after posting my last video is during the 100 Boys versus Girls video, I have people corroborating the same story that the camera guy who gave the girls a drone was...
Ooh, big stuff here. Okay. 100 Girls version, they fed us boys hours after the girls. They wanted the girls to win. I know that the camera guy who gave the girls the drone was being extremely inappropriate with the girls, since I started talking to them after the shoot, made them feel very uncomfortable. I don't remember his name, but the guy who gave the girl a drone in the video was constantly coming to the circle and being very flirtatious with some of the girls, which was so weird given circumstances. I remember hearing girls joking about Stockholm Syndrome, but given how many of us were sleep-deprived and high on paint fumes, it honestly makes sense. Whoa, okay. I don't really know what to make of these emails. And then his dog pack. Is this the drone thing again? This is he was constantly vaping. I remember him teasing and taunted a few girls who were jealous of him having a vape. Okay. And yeah, the guy with the drone. So this is 3 different apparent sources on the guy with the drone being creepy with women.
making some girls feel uncomfortable. You trap these girls in a circle and make them sleep on rough turf and get them high on paint fumes, and then you try to f them.
Okay, that seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
Anyways.
That's kind of true. I mean, who would fight back if fighting back could get you out of the circle and you lose a bunch of money? Like, that's the thing. It's all about power dynamics.
That will be part 3, so, you know, Mr.
Okay, that's gonna be
do
part
that
3.
information what you will. I know Chucky didn't want to respond to those allegations. So anyway, my interview...
Is Chucky the camera guy, the drone guy?
Chucky didn't want...
Or are you just interested in talking about raccoons and discrediting my character? Whoa!
Respond to those allegations. So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, I chose to interview him because I thought he was perfect because he was both on camera and behind the scenes in 2019 and 2020. And also, what people don't know is that he came back in 2021 to be the sole contestant of a Mr. Beast video, which never got uploaded because it went very badly. He also knows about another portable document format who was working at Mr. Beast while actually on the registry. And I'll get more into that story at the end of the video. So I got his DM, drove straight to New York overnight, did not sleep, just drank a bunch of caffeine, and I also only had one microphone in the interview, which he's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing.
This guy's dedicated.
My last video started slow. This video also starts slow. It you know, builds up over time. But I'll do the retention thing and say, the ending will blow your mind. It's crazy. Yeah. Okay. Jake Weddle, everybody.
I'm Jake Weddle. Most people who, if you know me from Mr. Beast, I'm a deep cut. I'm in a few of the videos, sometimes maybe purposefully kept to the shadows a little bit. I'm in the cutting room floor a lot of the time. But I've been in some videos, I've worked on a lot of them. I was there from 2019 to 2020, 2021-ish when I came back and did some more.
He's a big guy.
They were authentic, and then I saw the transition to what I feel like is a company. He's like a TV.
Yeah, like I think this guy seems like a way better guy to like be talking than even just like the guy that made the videos, like Dogpack. Because Dogpack, I feel like one of the counters was he was only an employee for like a month or something. That was like a counter in a tweet reply. But this guy, multiple years, is within videos. So like this guy's a big face, you know?
Show now. He went from YouTuber guy with the camera to Amazon. The culture around there was very unspoken, but there was a vibe. There was half the people who, if you made Jimmy happy, you were on the good half. And
you know what he said, Shadamir?
Bonuses and we usually moved up, had more screen time. And then there was people who, if you had a disagreement or butt heads with Jimmy, you didn't like it. You know, you were the other half. And I consistently was in the half that Jimmy did. Jimmy doesn't like me. That's fine. I don't like him either. It's okay. Oh, that's so good to say. I don't like Jimmy. I hate you so much. He didn't want anyone to get more popular or have more of a way out necessarily. Like, oh, I'm doing my Twitch thing on the side. Don't do that because you could get famous and leave and talk about me negatively. And I could tell that the yes men were, you know, doing well, and I was, you know, disgruntled for quite some time. So I've talked to reporters, right, like publicly, and I've always had to choose my words very, very carefully because I don't want to say anything I don't stand behind, obviously. So I used to talk to people. I used to glaze Jimmy publicly for things I do genuinely think are true, but then it's like, well, how come you didn't talk about the working conditions? Well, I wanted a career. I didn't want to, you know, speak ill of YouTube's golden boy and then I'm blacklisted forever. I tell people I was talking to you, and they go, "Don't, what are you doing? You're gonna kill your career." It's like I have to, or I'll be sad. If this is the moment, we're gonna talk about it. So, as far as that, that's my covering up the why we didn't talk about XYZ sooner. But now you know.
What would you say is the fakest video that you worked on while you were there?
Fakest video that I worked on while I was there. This is the extent of the fakeness that I was involved to. This is admitting to my complicity. I was a writer there, and we were working on a video, crushing my friend's car with a rock or meteor or something. It was a rock or a meteor in the title of it. I can't remember, but he wanted to do a prank where, unbeknownst to the person, he takes a rock, crushes their car, and they're supposed to think a rock came out of space.
We're gonna take a meteor and we're gonna put it on Weddle's car. We're gonna take another meteor and put it on Marcus's car. Both of them have no idea that we're doing this. Weddle and Marcus are probably shocked. They had no idea.
And so that was the one and only time I had to, huh? My car? What? And on the fly, I saw him, because Marcus was in that video. So Marcus is calling his mom. Marcus genuinely had no idea. He genuinely had no idea. But so Marcus is calling his mom, and his mom's freaking out. And I'm like, oh no, they're gonna call my mom next. So I had to text my mom, who had to beg to get the title very quickly. Now I'm texting my mom. I go, Mom, I'm about to call you about the meteor thing. You have no idea? Be surprised.
That's crazy.
And then they go, call your mom now. And I call my mom and I tell her, and oh, she should have got the Oscar. Oh my God, on the fly, she goes, what? I'm on vacation. Mom, my car has been destroyed.
Wait, what?
A meteor hit it.
Jacob, I'm on vacation. Do you understand?
That's
I
funny.
did that video, and they're supposed to give me $10K to put a down payment on a new car, and they wanted me to get like a big flashy new car. $10K was supposed to be a down payment. And I can't afford a big flashy new car because I work at Mr. Beast. So I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the taxes on. I couldn't get anything I couldn't afford the insurance on.
Damn.
So I do my part of the video, and I get a mom van that I could afford. And Jimmy was like, why didn't you get a cooler car? I was like, I can't afford that, bro. Come on, what are you talking about? You know, if I was working on a TV show in the 90s, on a show that was a quarter as successful, I could retire today. But now I make dog shit pay, making bajillionaires more money. And I just walked into the writer's room, and that's one of the reasons why I left.
Actually,
was because I just walked in there and asked for not necessarily a gajillion dollars, but maybe a salary that was more proportional to the work I was doing, given how much revenue that work was doing. And then, you know, I talked about that, and I talked about the Writers Guild and how this is what the Writers Guild industry standard is for the streaming internet content with ads. I thought that was the closest thing to YouTube, and I didn't even bring up residuals, because oh my God, if I got residuals for every video I worked on, boy, hell yeah, I could retire. But the other thing I talked about was there was another writer there, older comic, black guy. He had a kid. And I got paid more than him, and I thought that was wild because he was older than me, had a child, we're doing the exact same job, and I'm some 20-year-old fuckhead white guy, why am I getting paid more than him? I brought that up. And one of the things I didn't like about the way some of the V stuff shook out was...
Whoa.
I feel really guilty about the way this shook out. Yeah, I was talking to this other writer, it's fucked up, you know, that's how the pay is, and I want you to get paid more, you know, because you deserve to get paid more. You know, I don't have a kid. And he didn't want to rock the boat. He desperately didn't want to rock the boat. He's just, I like my job. I like, you know, because when you grow up with, you know, nothing, not to say that he did, but I know I did, you know. You get a little something, you don't want to lose it. So he didn't want to rock the boat. But he said, hey man, if that's how you feel, you know, like if that's I trust you. He stood with me. He went to that meeting with me.
True, Sif.
And I said my piece, and he backed me up. And I said, I need XYZ or I'm out of here. And they said, bet. And they gave me a severance check the next day. And they gave him a severance check the next day. And if I knew...
Wow.
If I knew he was going to lose his job too, I wouldn't have done it. Me, I was over the moon. I was like, you're going to give me a check and I get to leave? You know, I don't get to deal with the you know, how many Orbeez can I fit up my asshole every day, you know? And I get to go home and you're going to pay me to leave. I was over the moon. And he was devastated. He did not want. I said, he just wanted to be in the room, you know? And I really regret that. But, you know, me and him are really still tight. We're still good friends. Is he doing good? Yeah, he's doing good. He's a good guy. I love that guy. He's doing good.
That's really sad.
Yeah.
So he got...
Honestly...
He got fired, or the other guy got the severance check because this guy brought it up. And so, like, he kind of, like, brought it up for him, and then they both got severance, or, like, you know, fired. That's crazy.
Best thing I could have done for him. Now that he's very, very far removed from all this crazy shit, I guess.
Do you think Jimmy really enjoys doing good and helping people?
I think Jimmy wants to be the best YouTuber. I think he is laser focused on one goal.
I agree with that. That sounds
and I think whatever he has to do to achieve that goal, he'll do. And I think it was the smart.
Wait, this guy's wearing a shirt that says www.poop.org? I want that shirt. I mean, this guy's spitting facts and it's emotional, but what drip to pull up to, bro? He knew that this was gonna be a video watched by everyone, and he pulled up with the www.poop shirt, bro. Go to poop.org right now.
For him, that he calculated, because he's very good with numbers. If I donate to charity, people can't say I'm shitty. If I give this homeless guy 10K, what do you mean I'm a bad guy? But I've always thought, if you're gonna do something nice for somebody, and you stick a camera in their face while you do it, that you didn't do a nice thing for somebody. You gained something. There was a homeless guy on the street, and you saw an opportunity for yourself and your image, and you gave one guy $10,000 who needed it to eat, and now the revenue you generated from that video is way more than what you gave. I think when he's generous on camera, it's the least authentic thing in the world. There's an element of, you know, oh, hey, you're crying. That's so good for camera. You know, I'm so glad if you're crying because you're so thankful that you got XYZ, and then you go, oh, I'm so glad he needed it that bad so I could come in and, oh, can you cry more? Oh, it's so good for the camera if you could, oh, it made me uncomfortable when I was working there, and I didn't like it. And I vocalized it sometimes, and I think that's why I wasn't on camera as much as they said I was going to be. I was told at one point that I was going to be like fourth banana, you know, it was going to be Jimmy, Chris, Chandler, me, you know, and then that never happened. I remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ, and then I got the severance checks, so, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, like, yes, I don't think it's truly altruistic, but I would still call it good, you know, like, if you help somebody, but you're also being gained for it, and your intent isn't to help them, but because you're seeking your own gain, it doesn't change the fact that you still helped them at the end of the day. So, like, I would rather you do that than not, right? So it's still positive to me. It's just, like, the action you executed is good, even if you didn't have good intention with it. So, yeah, self-serving kindness is still kindness. So, like, it's still a W, but it definitely is less... You know, it's worse for optics if this is actually true, which, I mean, I wouldn't doubt if it is, you know. I mean, would bro be doing this if he wasn't on camera? I don't think so. I've never been bothered too much by that. I definitely haven't seen it as, like, he's doing evil by helping people. I think that's kind of crazy, but this isn't wrong. This is absolutely
Remember talking about that, like, hey, I thought my contract said XYZ. And then I got the severance checks, so, you know, whatever, all that regard.
So after your severance checks, how was your relationship with the company? I know you appeared in videos after that, right?
Right, so in videos where I was appearing in later, that's why you keep nice publicly. If you're nice in public, hey, Jake was nice in public, let's have him back for something. You know, yeah, sure, so I was hoping they'd call back, you know? And I appeared in some videos after I left. I think one of them was 3 days in a maximum security prison. If I did do mini challenges in that, I got paid. I was, you know, clocked in with a rate, and I would get paid and compensated for those. But there was one video I was in. I got paid a lot for it, but it didn't come out. It didn't come out because it didn't go well. There was a video that came out probably like a year ago, something like that. It got a lot of hot water when it came out. It was the surviving like $10,000 every day you survive in solitary, or surviving solitary for whatever. It was one of those solitary confinement videos that got a lot of media attention because everybody saw the premise and thought, "What? You shouldn't do that."
Yeah, that sounds really potentially dangerous.
Don't know, that was the second attempt. The first attempt was on me, and it didn't go well.
Wait.
The first attempt was on me.
I'm gonna move so you can see this. That's him. Alright.
And it didn't go well. I was already planning on moving to New York, and I had worked at a couple of YouTube companies after Beast, and I had a little bit of change in my pocket. You know, the most change I had in my pocket ever. You know, small potatoes, you know, compared to Beast bullshit. But you know, I thought I had enough to move to New York or whatever. And I get a call from somebody over there, and they go, hey, they want you for a video. I was like, oh, amazing, great, cool, thank God.
Big break.
What's the video? And they tell me the pitch. They try to make the pitch sound like it's going to be like a walk in the park. The pitch is 100 days in solitary confinement, but don't worry, like you only have to last like 30. We have like a video. They're pitching it like at first it's going to be like a luxury vacation. You're going to have like a hot tub and an ice cream machine, and like part of the video is going to be you deciding like what items am I going to get rid of, you know, today, and it's like the choice. They were like, it's only going to be bad for the
I watched that video. I actually watched this video. Alright? I think this guy, he stuck with the guitar the longest, I think. Or maybe this is a different one? Or the the basketball. Yeah, I think I watched this one. And yeah, every day he would have to get rid of one of his items and last as long as he could. And then he didn't end up staying the full 100 days, I don't think. Because I think like he missed his like family or girlfriend or something, right? Was the idea. No, well, this one, because he said that the one he was in was the first attempt. And then they did it again with the second attempt. So this was the second attempt, which I think I watched. The first one never got released though. So it would have, yeah.
And like part of the video is going to be you deciding like what items am I going to get rid of, you know, today, and it's like the choice. They were like, it's only going to be bad for the last like 5 days tops when you have like nothing left. You're the first. It's going to be like a breeze for most of it, and by the end of it, after 30 days, you're going to get $300,000 because it's $10,000 a day. And I don't know, man.
That's a lot of money.
I grew up poor in North Carolina. I said, excuse me? I'll dance for you if you put that kind of money in my face, sure. They were like, you're going to be locked in this room, and we got to make sure you're on all the time. We're going to have cameras on you all the time, and you're perfect for this because you never shut the fuck up. On paper, I was like, okay, I can do this, and they always cut me out of the videos. They always, and I was, editors have told me that it's because you have too much of a personality. And so with this video, I thought, this is perfect.
My big break.
It's a video they can't cut me out of. I'm the guy. And so I thought, well, if I have to do this, if I have to do solitary confinement in order to do the things I want to do,
I mean, I do this
then
too.
I would do that. That I held my tongue and I swallowed my pride and I tried to do one last ride.
No, bro, that's the narrative trope. One last ride always means it's gonna go wrong. The last thing I do before I retire, that means it's gonna go poorly, bro. He lived the narrative trope.
Get there. And at first it's fine. And, I mean, they had just freshly painted the set. You could smell it, you know? Which, that's probably not good, you know, the smell of fresh paint in your surroundings for the next XYZ time. It looked good on the visual. Like, it looks good on camera. You know, it's movie magic bullshit. It was a terrible facility. I mean, it was in one of the studios. They had to, like, get, like, a separate, like, tank for, you know, septic stuff. Yeah, there was a hot tub in it. Yeah, there was an ice cream machine. Like, things were cool and funny on paper. But when you think about stuff, a hot tub that's not connected to a filtration system, give it 3 days, it's gonna stink. You know, there's not like a hot water mechanism, so the hot tub was a lukewarm tub at best, which was a silly complaint, but the shower was always cold, and you're taking like a quick shower, and I had cameras 24/7 on me, and the ice cream machine, let's talk about that for a second. The ice cream machine has 2 modes, on, and off, reeking of smelly dairy, mildew, like, so I got to choose which sense was assaulted at a time. I couldn't have all of them good. So the little things started to build up, you know, there was like the bug thing wasn't like terrible, but it was a factor, and like at first it was fine, you know, and you're playing it up, like, cause you know it's a video, and it got to a point where like, they weren't turning the lights off. You know, I asked them, I said, can we like have like nighttime hours? You know? And they said no, because it would fuck up the time-lapse shots. The time-lapse of what? Me sleeping? Or me not sleeping? Yeah, I saw in other videos they did like, oh, you're gonna get XYZ hours of sunlight. Oh, great! Want to know how they figured that one out? I didn't have it. You know, one of the things was you got to take away your clock, so you didn't know what time it was. Okay, I got no access to sun. I got no access to clock. I don't know, like, the lights are on me all the time. I wasn't sleeping. I could not sleep, and I have insomnia problems now. But they might have started there. I had good people looking out for me. I had a lot of good people looking out for me saying, this, we gotta stop. So I just wanted to turn the lights off. And I'm vocalizing to people, I wish the lights would turn off. And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that.
Yes, the United Nations considers deep sleep deprivation to be a form of torture and a war crime under the Geneva Convention and the UN Torture Convention. The UN defines torture as any sort of blah, blah, blah.
The terrorists. War crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
This guy's got jokes, bro.
You know,
this guy, dude, I love this guy as an interviewee because he's like, dude, bro wasn't lying when he said like he actually had personality, and that's maybe why he was cut. I think this guy's definitely got personality, and like we can constantly like hear the emotion in his voice, bro.
They're giving me, melatonin.
Wait, sorry.
They're giving me, melatonin. It's not helping.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's pretty credible too because there was the image of him in a facility chilling, like, so that was the place, and it looked like a set we haven't seen before that was kind of similar to the set of the video that actually came out.
And then Jimmy would come in, like, every other day for, like, an hour, to check in on me, because he's doing other stuff. I'm just the guy in the cage over here. He'll come back to me in a minute. And so he'd come by, he'd get the shots, he'd leave. Sometimes he'd have a note with the director over the phone that would really piss me off. This is the note I got from the director, from Jimmy, when I'm receiving some cash. He said, Jimmy said, can you say to the camera how thankful you are that now you can pay back your student loans? You know how hard it was to do a take of that? And pretend to make it genuine? I don't want to have student loans. I don't want to be in a cage. But Jimmy's the guy with the money, and if you do what he says, he'll do what you want. You want your student loans paid off? You'll be in this cage. And you have power over people. When one person doesn't have resources and the other one does, and they hold it over your head, and you go, of course, yeah, I agreed to it. I needed it, of course.
Yeah.
There's something about, like, having the cameras on me all the time. Like, I was not having a good time, but we were filming a video, so I was trying my best to be funny. I'm a dark comic. I got bits about. I had a very traumatic life. I have my dad is in jail for sexual assault of a minor. So this kind of stuff is very near and dear to my heart. I don't fuck around with this shit. I have jokes about that in my act. I joke about it because that's what you do in a traumatic experience. Abusive relationships. I get out of it. The first thing I do is I do a typine about it. So I'm in this situation where my mental health is not good. My physical health is getting worse. But we're filming, so I'm doing bits. I'm talking to the camera, and I'm being.
Bro, could you imagine if we got to see that footage released?
And like, hey, it's been a couple days. I'm not doing so hot. Which if I'm filming a video, that's what I should be doing for the camera. But it was too real. If they're faking videos, why couldn't we fake this one? If we're allowed to let these cast members have some time off of this difficult challenge, how come we couldn't turn the lights off? How come we couldn't maybe not have some time-lapse footage for 10 seconds?
Did you try to get out?
Yes. I was starting to calculate, I don't know if I could do 30. How much can I, how can I manage to get out of here sooner and still have a video and still have some cash and get the plug, man. I did.
Yeah, the no lights thing sounds really, really, really bad.
Since we're doing time-lapse shots, and since they insisted on time-lapse shots, I said, all right, we're going to do time-lapse shots bet. I put my YouTube on with the whiteboard they gave me. And I was like, all right, yeah, go ahead and scrub that footage. You got that whiteboard. Oh, no, either that goes in, or this footage is unusable, and then,
The lights on, he was in, like, what's the word? Containment room? He was in, like, a room, and the lights were always on, so he couldn't sleep. and he was always in that room. And the lights were always on. And they'd be big white lights. The no lights thing was mentioned in his videos a few times. I don't know, black light filter. Go talk to Mr. Beast. yeah, what the fuck is Mr. Beast team doing? Yeah, he was in the hyperbolic time chamber. They should have shown his notes because it looks weird. He keeps looking down. If they put notes into the shot, it looks better.
James Warren came in and erased it, you know, fucking, you know, don't put that.
Are you talking about him?
Hey, we can torture him. Don't you dare let him get a plug in there, you know. Like we were playing up the joke, you know. It's like I'm the boy in the cage, you know, whatever. Like I'll play into a joke.
I don't really mind.
There's just something weird about when Jimmy jokes. I have jokes about my dad because I love jokes with my dad. I'll joke with my dad all the time. I guess piece of shit. I hate my dad. I have friends that make fun of my dad. That's fine because I know their intent. I know where they're coming from. When Jimmy joked with my dad.
Dogpeck and Premiere told there were no notes. Yeah, I kind of feel like I wasn't sure if there were. He looks like he's just kind of like obtaining his thoughts.
And I said that to seem weird. I don't like it. We were doing that one of those hide and seek videos again. You know, at the time they were a lot realer. So I got caught, and when you get caught, you know, you go to the place where you get caught. And I don't know if there's footage of this. I don't know. If, you know, I definitely didn't make the final cut. But he says to me, "All right, you're going to jail. You know, like your dad." And like, it's a joke. But when my friends do it, it's fine. And Jimmy wasn't my friend. He was my boss, and that wasn't cool. And so now, I'm locked in a cage at his whim. And I have to do things to get the cash I need to live. And I got these cameras on me all the time. And I was unwell. I had editors coming up to me saying, "You good, bud?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" "You're clearly unwell." And he goes, "Well, because the footage you're sending in is haunting. Because I'm trying to be funny, but I am mentally decaying, so I'm doing bits." Someone said there is a horror cut of a video in this. And I'm sitting like, who's watching this? Like, who wants to see this?
This sounds like a horrible prison experiment from like the 1930s, bro. Where the editors are trying to decide what to do about this, where they're getting set, like, imagine, it's like the one experiment where they had to shock the people in the other room. The editors keep getting this crazy, terrifying footage, and they're walking up to the guy and be like, "Yeah, what do we do about this? That's so bad." Yeah, the Milgram experiment, yeah, is that it?
Fun about this, the video. And so the thing that made me I gotta get out. I can't do another day in here. Jimmy comes in and
we are on the wavelength, yeah.
I'm asleep. I don't know what time it is. It's like 2 or 3 or whatever. He's like, "Why is he sleeping?" "I don't know, because I can't sleep." He comes in. He wakes me up. And he goes, "Ask me why I have 2 briefcases." And I'm like, why do you have 2 briefcases?" And he goes, "Oh, because this one's for today, you know, and this one's for the challenge." And I go, "What's the challenge today?" He goes, You're gonna run a marathon. You're gonna do the 22.6K, whatever it is. And you're gonna do it on that treadmill over there. The first challenge I did was a Rubik's Cube, and I'm dyslexic. I'm dumb. I don't know how to do a Rubik's Cube. So your first challenge, Rubik's Cube. I was like, "Oh, I don't want to do it." I was like, "On camera, I don't want to do that." You go, "Just do it for the thing." Like, kid, yeah. Like there was an element of, "Oh, Jake will do what we want because he's in house." You know, that's one of the reasons why they got me. Jake's he's an inside guy, so he'll do whatever. We can push him a little extra hard because we know he's good. We know he's.
A marathon is crazy.
The treadmill thing. Yeah. So I people who run marathons train forever. And it's still hard. Again, Ryder. Do I look like I run? I don't run. You know, let alone a marathon. Let alone have training for it.
Again, Ryder. I love this guy.
So I was in a sunlightless, you know.
Did you try to say no? Like, did you have a choice, or?
Based on the Rubik's Cube thing and based on all the other stuff, like there was so much pressure to just do it, just do the thing, you know. And if I refuse, it's just, well, that's the whole video. I guess the budget's, you know, so much money up in flames because Jake said he wouldn't want to do the thing. And so I wanted to be a good sport, and I wanted to get the boost, and I wanted the cash, and so I started running at 12. I was able to take some breaks, and I asked him, "How long do I have?" He goes, "Until I get back." Yeah,
That's crazy when he doesn't have a way to tell time. Run a marathon before I get back is crazy. That's crazy. That's insane.
Do I have? He goes, until I get back. Yeah, I'm running until 3 a.m. Alright, I got off the treadmill. Oh, the blisters I had on my feet were like, you wouldn't believe, just all over, just these big red.
Did he not have shoes?
I couldn't walk. My muscles were like just the lactic acid.
Or even if he did have shoes, but still.
I got off the treadmill and then the people that came in to like ice my feet, you know, make sure I was good. Then that's when I was like, I'm done. I can't. I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. And that's when we get the psych in, and I talked to the psych about how I'm not well. And like I said, there was a lot of good people over there that was saying, you gotta pull him out. Yeah, I had friends that did some freelance work, and they would tell me, they'd be like, yeah, everyone knows you over there, everybody loves you. They go, oh, Jake Weddle, love that guy. Shame what happened to him. Like I'm a ghost. And I asked him, I said, how much longer are you guys gonna keep me in here? And the guy goes, realistically, like at least 7 more days? No. And they didn't let me leave right away either. They wanted to make sure, everything was fine. So I just, slept for a while. They turned the lights off.
Yeah.
And it's like they brought in all my friends, to make it. They brought in all the people I liked, and Jimmy. Then everybody was around me, making sure I was good, making sure I was okay. Yeah. But Jimmy had his he was sitting in the chair turned around like an evil villain. Swear to God, everyone was looking at me and he was like Lex Luthor over there. He turns around, he stands up. He does the exact same thing when he's pretending to have a human connection. You know when you're watching a video and he's like, oh, stop, you're gonna make me cry. And he like touches his eye or whatever as if he's crying. He's just... I didn't have to pretend to do that shit. She says, as if rehearsed by his lawyers. Yeah, your mental health's the most important thing. Just want to make sure you're okay. And the last thing we want you to do is... I can almost hear the word Sue come out of his mouth. The S. He just stopped right before it got out. I did not get the 300K. What I got, he goes, think of it this way. At least you get to keep what you earned. You were in there for XYZ days. You did XYZ challenges, so you got, 100,000 some change, give or take. You know how much money I spent in taxes in 2021? I spent $44,000 in taxes alone. And now, I spent all that money on doing stand-up. I bought plane tickets to go do comedy festivals. My family back home, I gave them a bunch of stuff that they needed. And haven't been back on a Beast set in any official capacity or unofficial capacity since then. And then they did the video with somebody else, and they worked out the kinks. And then I'd still gotten some hot water, and I knew it would. And I've wanted to say a lot of this for a long, long, long time. And I feel good now. That's how you get that off there.
So I just want to hop in here and show some text that Jake sent me after this interview.
This is
This is July 29th.
I mean, like...
That's how you get that off there.
So I just want...
This set looks crazy. It's like so much smaller than the other one too, that in the future one.
I want to hop in here and show some...
I kind of want to check the one that they actually released and see if they were turning out the lights.
Text that Jake...
Because that would be such a direct, like, oops,
Send me
we fixed that.
This interview. This is July...
I'm feeling after a few days better. I still couldn't sleep even a few days out, but I almost have my sleep cycle back on track. My legs and joints are good, but the blister on my feet still hard to walk on. Medical advice I got was not to lance them and just let them go away with time. I'm mentally still in an uneasy place, but I've gone back on better help. My therapist is a little concerned, but we are working on things.
July 29, 2021, a few days after you got out of solitary. How are you feeling after a few days? Better. I still couldn't sleep. Just let them go away with time. I'm meant to traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a working on things. Reminder, this is not supposed to be a traumatic life event. This is supposed to be a Mr. Beast video. Hey Jake, hope you're doing okay. Meg and I just wanted to check in on you. Hey, I'm good and I appreciate that. I'm not exactly 100%. I feel like mentally I'm still recovering a bit, but back in therapy and my therapist is concerned. Haha, but my legs and joints feel better. Like I can walk, but my feet are still covered on those blisters and those hurt to walk on. But I was told the best thing to do is stay off my feet and let them heal. I'm in rally with my family. Also, it'll be like a month before I get the money, and they aren't giving me all the money. They're giving me what I won up to that point in the game, which was also a slap in the face, but hey, I'm out, I'm alive. Therapist who knows and cares about you. The whole thing was so fucked, and honestly, fuck them for not giving you the money. Meg and I are wishing you the best with your recovery, and please feel free to reach out if you need anyone to talk to or need a place to crash in New York. Hope you're doing well, man. That video you uploaded is money. So good. I appreciate. I'm doing better physically. Mentally, I'm still kind of in a place. I still can't sleep. I've slept 5 hours in the past 3 days, marathon included. I don't know what's wrong with me. Lots of thinking, too much one might say. Hope they're taking care of you where they can. I mean, I was kind of shocked they didn't pay me for the full 25, 30 days. They paid me what I made up to that point. Like even when we have to pull the plug for my mental health, the mechanism of the game is still at play. I'm just happy to be out. I still can't walk well, but it hurts less. And like, I'm not famous enough to burn a bridge. So at the end of the day, I'm still Jimmy's bitch. Like if I was Carl and he did that to me, I'd ruin him. And they want to do it again. That could be your leverage. If the guy breaks down also, 2 is better than 1. Yeah, right. I told them everything they did to me that they can't do again in order to make sure the other person doesn't break down as fast. But like, the way the video is meant to function is the problem. It's a bad idea, full stop. It sounds clickbaity, sounds right up Jimmy's alley, but it's morally unethical like on every level. Off-camera breaks, lights off at night, visitation, take the marathon out. Marathon is a video in itself. You can't expect someone to exert themselves like that for 45 seconds of content. The challenges really made it feel dehumanizing. It felt like a parody of Mr. Beast. I felt like the homeless guy they could exploit. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. It felt like if Jeff Bezos had a GIMP. Pardon me.
That's a funny line. This guy really wasn't joking when he said he's a dark comic, bro.
He wants the footage burned, and part of me thinks that there's a great horror cut in there. LMAO, he was so fake when he came in and said he cared about my mental health. They must have programmed the care about mental health
brother.
He said, we also don't want you to... And I swear to our Lord and Savior, he stopped himself from saying sue.
I mean, isn't the most recent Mr. Beast video about, like, staying in a vault unironic?
Also, as far as, like, he could have said no, he could have left at any time. I want to show this segment from an internal document at Mr. Beast called How to Succeed in Mr. Beast Production. Specifically on page 19, there's a paragraph called No Does Not Mean No. Already insane, because it's sort of, it seems to be co-opting the popular anti-slogan.
What the hell?
A terrible look given the allegations that are going to be coming out very soon.
This is insane. This is already insane!
When dealing with people outside Mr. Beast Productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside of, and you can call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers says, no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or if any have kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss. Have me DM them on Twitter and try their social team. If all avenues are exhausted and you are left with a no, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees because the manager of those could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules.
Willing to bend the rules is crazy.
I'm trying to
try to find people to exploit that are willing to bend the rules is crazy. I've never seen a Mr. Beast video, so this is a real baptism by fire. The thing for me, like, I've watched a few of them, you know? I've watched his shorts. I've always kind of thought Mr. Beast was kind of, like, lit, you know? Where I was like, damn, like he's not, like, making content that I necessarily really like, you know? But I gotta respect the success, and I gotta respect the grind set. That's always how I felt, right? But Oh my goodness, no does not mean no is a crazy title. I don't know who titled that and thought that was a good idea, right? You could really call this like never give up or something. You don't gotta call it no does not mean no.
Today is what we call pushing through no. Don't stop because one person told you no. Stop when all conceivable options are exhausted. This is one of many tools that, when combined, dramatically improve your probability of success.
Yeah, the title in corporate policy is crazy. Or try any avenue. Yeah, that's not bad.
So yeah, this idea of like pushing through no's is a big component to working at Mr. Beast. And the way that it manifests itself a lot of the time is like a director might tell a producer, hey, we need access to 30 acres of farmland by Tuesday or we lose $500,000. Now, if you're the producer, you obviously know that means get it done or you lose your job. So what can happen is like a producer's calling up farmers saying, hey, I need to use your land. And the farmer might be like, okay, but you know, I have animals, you can't be making really loud noises, no pyrotechnics, and you gotta clean everything up. So the producer's sort of incentivized to lie and say, or maybe the producer doesn't even actually know the total contents of the video, right? Things changed last second. So they're very like, they're financially incentivized to be manipulative and sort of, they're put in positions where it's like, oh, it's either the producer's job or a civilian's job, like where it talks about, hey, maybe the manager would be willing to bend the rules. Well, you shouldn't really be pressuring civilians to bend the rules that could get them fired, you know? I'll show you a real life example. This is unused evidence from part 1. I had seen this Reddit post titled Mr. Beast leaving trash behind and debris at film site in Aden, North Carolina. Apparently he left a large boat in a pond as well as debris around the film site in the bottom of the pond weeks and weeks after the agreed time frame. This actually rendered it unsafe for campers and almost delayed the camp's opening date multiple times due to not being able to get in contact with Mr. Beast to get the stuff cleaned up out of the area. So I actually know that this is from a Mr. Beast.
I'm just skimming this to see if there's anything else I wanted to. I know personally this caused a lot of stress on staff leaders and owners of the camp. Okay, and then there was something I think previous. I was on this film set. I was able to confirm the details. Hello, my name is James. I'm a journalist. I was informed. Unfortunately, I heard you experienced issues relating to the cleanup process with the yacht. It's not an isolated incident. I've encountered numerous reports from various parties who have had similar negative experiences with Mr. Beast, including his production team trashing a remote island in the Bahamas. I gave my 100,000th subscriber an island, and a contestant being severely injured in his competition videos due to gross negligence. I'm currently compiling a comprehensive story, blah, 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 blah. Censored camp name.
I've seen this Reddit post, up, yacht, so I actually know that this is from a Mr. Beast video called Protect the Yacht, Keep It, where at the end of that video...
Flight made it in. Flight, look.
Keep it.
Flight made it in, bro. That's so funny. I love Flight. He's so dumb.
At the end of that video, he actually says...
If you're wondering, yes, we did ensure the lake was completely cleaned up after this video. For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
Yes, so he says at the end of the
video...
And this is the nuclear bunker thing I was talking about?
For the love of God, subscribe so we can pass T-Series.
Yes, so he says at the end of the video that they made sure it was cleaned up. I was actually on site for part of this production. I was at this camp. So I decided to send an email out to the camp, basically saying, hey, I heard these rumors, I'm investigating a similar incidents. And the camp responded basically saying...
Oh, so the thing he sent the first part, the camp responded, thank you for reaching out, put on quite a big production. I learned a lot from them. They were very professional, they took their job very seriously, and safety was always the first priority. They were subcontractors of the production crew, and they made sure everyone was safe and well informed. Working with the producers was a blessing, they communicated frequently. I'm sure that there is no perfect perfections because there are no perfect people. I'm grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew because Grace has offered me to I chose to offer the same. Thank you for reaching out.
Hey, I heard these rumors. I'm investigating a similar incidents.
Shit. He's gonna read
and
it.
The camp responded, actually not denying the claims, going on to say, I am sure that there are no perfect film productions, just as there are no perfect people. I am grateful for the opportunity that we had to host the production crew, and because grace, or forgiveness, has been offered to me so freely, I will choose to offer the same. So clearly alluding to the fact that there was a wrongdoing by Mr. Beast's production team. And that's like sort of the thing is, if you're around Greenville, you know these stories of people working with Mr. Beast and it being extremely unprofessional, them not doing what they say, but they sort of get by a lot on their good public image. And like, I mean, this camp offered to host them completely for free. And I guarantee, like, if you went to the lake at the camp and you went magnet fishing, like, you'd find all sorts of debris that's still there to this day. Like, they didn't clean it all up. So in the case of Jake Weddle, like, I'm sure that there were producers who were in a position of, hey, if Jake gets out early, we don't have a video and your job is at risk. So there's a tremendous amount of pressure on top of like him being delirious from not sleeping and everything to just manipulate him into staying. Which, you know, I'm sure this isn't like technically against the Geneva Convention on torture because he wasn't technically a prisoner. Like he could have left at any time, but because of the extreme pressure to stay in, it's not really a reasonable expectation that he could have just, you know, walked out.
Because of the implication.
I think.
Yeah, like I feel like you could compare it to like the standards that are necessary for like a psychiatric study or like a you know those different studies they do, kind of like the Milgram experiment we talked about like a minute ago, where like I don't think this would fly. I would have to look at all the standards, but like I feel like you could apply those standards and it still wouldn't work.
Jimmy is a awkward kid who maybe had it a little rough growing up. I can't speak on that, but I do have empathy for it because I had it rough growing up, and I think when you're hyper fixated on something, like I love stand-up, he loves YouTube, everyone fixates on a thing, I think he just wanted to be the best YouTuber so bad, and because the industry's metrics, rewarded some not great behavior, if you're just going on autopilot based on what the numbers say.
Yeah, exactly, Terminus.
You can do some things that maybe aren't good, but reap reward. And I think Jimmy just did what the industry and maybe what the system that we have set up demanded. And he didn't care who got hurt. And I think Jimmy surrounded himself with really, really not so great people, and those people were the ones making the decisions. And I want to say, really important, there are so many good people that work at Mr. Beast who are damn good at their jobs. Like, when Jimmy comes in and asks for something impossible, it's these people's jobs to do it. And they shouldn't be able to make it happen, and they do. And so, I don't think people wanted to talk about stuff because I didn't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't care about my fucking job. I'll buy them a whole other care. But I don't want my friends to lose their jobs. I don't want anyone's reputation to be fucked. But let's just go back to my dad for a second, if I may. My dad was like a swim coach, neighborhood swim team. Everybody loved him. Everybody loved him. Behind closed doors, he's a real piece of shit. And so, when stuff starts hitting the fan, what? Him? No. Surely. And then, everyone, thought my mom was the bitch, for not,
Swim coach is crazy.
But then the news broke, that he did what he did to one of the students of the team. And it's like when that comes out, you're not surprised, You just go, well, when I saw my dad in the news, I said, oh, you idiots. Like, I wasn't like, no, what? I was, oh, dumbass, god damn it. But I wasn't surprised. And it was just a consequence that's happening to somebody who was really good at avoiding them for a long time. And I don't know, everybody loves Jimmy. And behind closed doors, he is not super great. And that image is cultivated purposefully and intentionally. And it's branding, it's marketing, it's YouTube.
Ooh.
Okay, so just one.
Ooh, it's marketing, it's branding, it's YouTube. What a line. No wonder this guy does stand up too.
YouTube.
That's a great. Ooh, that was a great line.
Okay, so I guess just one final question on a serious note. Obviously the Ava Chris Tyson drama, and that's a known issue of traditional media. Did you witness or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
It's crazy. I probably hung out with Ava the most out of the main cast, just because I was on Beast Hacks, now Beast Reacts. I don't know if it's still out. That was a lot of fun because it was just being silly and goofy in front of the camera, and
Yeah, they kind of gave up on that channel. I noticed. I was kind of surprised about that. I'm like, oh, okay, fair enough.
Ava was the only person who was willing to film. Everybody else was too busy or didn't want to, and I was just trying to do my job. Sometimes there'd be like an offhanded joke that's a little gross. I mean, I'm a stand-up, so I'm very desensitized to that. I didn't hear anything that was like, whoa, that's crazy. Like when I saw, the reason I messaged you instead of talking to reporters sweetly like I have been was when I saw the Discord stuff. Because when I got there, it was like 2019, so I guess if the timelines add up, that would have been like handled, for lack of a better term, and then they started bringing more people on. You know, maybe they thought they had that under the rug. You know, all right, we handled that. Now let's bring in some writers. You know, and when I saw it, all that stuff started coming out, and the potentiality, as of this moment of recording. You know, I know this has been happening fast, and stuff has been coming out so fast. Just the potential that Jimmy could have been in those Discord chats, or even the potential that he participated in those Discord chats. After the shit he did to me, and if you're gonna make fun of my dad, I don't care what happens to me and my career and reputation after this. I had to say some stuff. So whatever happens at this point.
Outside of it, Chris Tyson, did you notice any or hear about any sexual misconduct at the company?
I've heard rumors. I can't confirm or deny anything. I don't have any tangible evidence, but I've heard stuff that if it could be investigated, that'd be great. But it's like water cooler talk. But I've heard things, yes, of course. I heard, you know, people have been let go for sexually assaulting some very young people.
Jesus
the
Christ.
Idea that Jimmy didn't know, or that Jimmy was covering stuff up. He didn't want stuff to come out. You know, he's very careful about his image. You know, the tangible proof that he knew but covered it up. You know, how do you prove that, you know? Well, there was a known sex offender, registered sex offender, convicted sex offender, on the registry and everything, who worked
I guess
there.
that had to get blurred.
On the registry and everything.
This wasn't blurred on Premiere. They had to edit that later. That's crazy. Okay.
Who worked there. And like you can, you know, someone pees in public, you're on the
So a sex offender worked there, is what you said.
registry, you know, you get it. You can still have a job after you're on that's one thing. You know, you go to prison, you get rehabilitated, that's one thing. You know, like if you do your time, that's fine. I think there should be rehabilitation in this country. But that guy,
Good take.
from what I hear, I can't confirm or deny, from what I hear, he's on the registry for doing some not great stuff to some underage people.
One to 11 is crazy.
And they knew that. He's working at a channel that has underage people on and around and is targeted to underage people. And they covered up the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And
He was the manager when it all started? Is he saying he was the manager when what started? When the channel started, when the crime started?
the fact that not only did he work there, but he was like the manager when it all started. And you know that he knew, and because
When Mr. Beast started. Okay.
he'll be in
Yeah, so he was already on the list, and then he was the manager when it started.
videos.
Okay.
He'll be in thumbnails. He'll be around. And whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. Why would you wear a mask? Why would you conceal your face? It's like, what are you concealing? That you are a registered sex offender? And that your face could be looked up on a thing? How much more can you literally cover up a sex offender with a physical mask? Like, do I have to... Is it more on the nose? Or... I don't know why they let him go, because there's rumors back and forth. You know, so I don't know why they let him go, but he did leave at one point. Even if that guy didn't do anything, they still knew about it, and he was still around. And what if he's one of the people in the Discord servers? What if he's not? I don't know. But when I was there, they called him Delaware. It's like, why do you call him Delaware? And I didn't know. Apparently, they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why, you know? The fuck? Did you know about it? In likelihood.
Okay, this shot's crazy. Okay, who's holding the camera in this shot? This is an art shot, all right? Delaware incident's crazy, but look at this side shot with a camera, with the blur, with the focus on him, side profile. This is crazy. Bro is putting out that production of value. Gotta respect it, bro. He drove here, caffeine, no sleep, one mic, and he pulls out this crazy shot. Good stuff.
The likelihood that he didn't know is astronomically low.
Okay, so finally I have a recorded phone conversation. The person on the other end of this line is a different former Mr. Beast employee talking about Delaware. Also, apparently before this phone conversation got recorded, the person on the other end of the line said that the Mr. Beast team was actually trying to expunge Delaware's record off the registry, and that's what actually like sparked this person to start recording.
Yo, this is getting crazy. They're pulling out the voice filter. Oh shit. Let me move so y'all can watch this.
Okay, so Reed is Mr. Beast's former manager who was in the last video telling Jimmy, you know, hey, don't promote gambling to children. So, you know, I think Reed's taken 2 W's this month. You know, don't promote gambling to children and don't have offenders on payroll. Also, yeah, just from where I'm sitting, it seems extremely unlikely that Jimmy wouldn't know. But, you know, I know I'm sure that's the defense he'll go with. So I'll just say preemptively, like, you know, if somehow Jimmy didn't know about Delaware, I think it's still such an extreme level of negligence. Like, what, you're not doing background checks. You're not. Everyone at your company knows, but somehow you don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation.
Yeah, the mask thing. I mean, well, the mask thing could have been just the Delaware guy choosing to do it. Like, what if I did a mask thing? You know, because he was trying to cover it up himself a little bit. It's just, it'd be hard not to. But I also, and I think we all like. He knows, but unless we can prove he knew, then, like, what can you do? And, like, I would rather focus on things that are locked in. I'd rather focus on this really, like, honestly, like, emotional and touching, like, testimony, right, of the abuse, basically, right? And the marathon thing is just crazy. And there's pictures of that. There's the picture we saw and all that. So I'd rather focus on other things. But
explanation.
So Twitter post I'm going to send after vid ends? Perfect. Wouldn't a 6 offender have to disclose that? I have no idea.
Just saying.
I have no idea.
I didn't know. Well, how?
Probably, yeah.
Didn't you know? How?
Them calling him Delaware proves Jimmy knew of him? I mean, who knows? Like, I don't know. I mean, it's prove is too strong a word for me because he's called Delaware. He's not called sex offender. He's called Delaware. So you could be like, oh, maybe he's just called Delaware because it's a funny little joke, right? Like, but yeah, I mean, I would bet that he knew. I would definitely bet that he knew. But it's just we don't have a.
How did this person get into the company and you know?
It's pretty bad though. It's pretty bad, right? Let me
rewind. You don't know. I think that needs more of an explanation than just saying, I didn't know. Well, how didn't you know? How did this person get into the company and you know, a company that makes content for children and is around children? So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you, or you know, you're.
I mean, he also knew about Shadman stuff despite saying he did it. Or you talking Mr. Beast? Shadman stuff was an interesting thing. Yeah, I feel like I don't know.
Lawyers and
I'd have to
PR
actually see this
people.
stuff. There's a claim looking at Shadman drawing in Ava's room. Yeah. Because I think it's weird, and I think it's especially weird to buy that, but I don't know how, like, I feel like, I mean, how many years ago was that? I feel like it was more seen as, like, an edgy thing back then, as opposed to being, like, really, really, really creepy, but I don't know. That's kind of a minor thing. You aren't required to disclose you're on the sex offender registry to your employer, but employees would likely figure it out via a background check. Hello, my name is Sex Offender Delaware. He's editing old videos? Yikes. Hey, my name's Sex Offender Delaware. Can I join your team that makes videos for kids?
The company and a company that makes content for children. And
There's like a document of all edited videos. Yeah, I'm sure people have gotten that figured out. While not fully proved, check out video, destroyed friend's house and bought him a new one, timestamp 219.
Is around children. So yeah, Jimmy, I think we need an explanation from you, or you know, your lawyers and PR people and representatives and spokespersons and.
Yeah, exactly, Terminus. So I feel like I wouldn't go too crazy on that. Have you heard the Beast Games thing? I heard they were like nothing other than the stuff from the last episode.
On how you could have not.
Which I think was that.
Known that there was an offender at a high level in your company. And while you're responding to that, why not just respond to the allegations of rigging contest videos and selling fake signatures, running illegal lotteries, you know, the dangerous conditions on the set of Beast Games. You should address those too.
Yeah, the dangerous conditions. That's pretty much all I got.
So yeah, just let us know. Okay, that was my interview with former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weddle.
Part 2.
I know he will be coming out with a longer cut of this interview as well as other content. So I just wanted to shout him out. Jake Weddle, top link in the description. I've waited a long time to talk about a lot of this publicly, so thank you for doing what you do.
Dang, I just want to give him a hug. Oh, goodbye! Ugh, okay, good use of the song. Okay. I'll see you when I see you. You can pick the street. I'll meet you on the other side. Ludwig released a vid saying he spoke to Mr. Beast and that he's waiting to make a response until part 3 is out. I don't blame him too much for that. Get me in there. And then here's the... Yeah, okay. I'll look at this a second. I did want to look at real quick the Dogpack community post. I don't think there's anything too crazy here, but I was just kind of curious. Good move by Beast, to be honest. Or which one? Well, let me see this. Okay. Season deceased, D's nuts. Full response on Twitter. Season deceased. Can I? Immediate attention required from Mr. Dogpack. Satan, Lord of Darkness, represents your former employee, Mr. Beast, YouTube LLC. I'm writing to regard your recent troubling conduct following your interpretation from employment. Specifically, these have been among other things. So this is Dear Mr. Dogpack, so it's sent to Dogpack about the cease and desist. Oh, so it's just a cease and desist. That's pretty much all this stuff here. Right. This is crazy. This is crazy. Remember, Dogpack 404 is not suicidal. Facts. Actually, facts. They're getting like, oh, they're getting 700 calories a day at the Mr. Beast thing. Okay, and so they're just these are just cease and desist. Okay, let me look at this. So this is the Delaware stuff. Here's the truth. Yes, Delaware is my brother-in-law. Yes, he is a registered sex offender. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of sexual assault when she was 11. Delaware took a plea deal. That's why there was no jail time, but he still had to register. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of sexual assault when she was 11. That sounds like... And the way that's said is a little victim blamey, but let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. His name isn't Delaware because he can't go back to Delaware. He's from Delaware. That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. He's been back several times. He was hired before I was, and was actually the reason I got hired at Mr. Beast. Wow, brother-in-law also hired? Before being hired, Delaware sat down with Jimmy and Sue, Jimmy's mom, and explained to them everything, so yes, Jimmy knew. Confirmed! But again, this incident happened in 2010. Delaware was hired in 2017-2018. Delaware was also let go from the company before I was. Delaware was supposed to be a behind-the-scenes manager, but in a couple of videos he was asked to partake because we needed people. He was reluctant, especially in the straight jacket video because of the charges. That's why he wore the mask. Delaware's charges are set to be dropped this fall. Delaware has been nothing but a good person, an amazing husband to my sister, and the best father to my 2 nieces. Blah blah blah. I understand. I just like, I understand why anyone would be upset and frustrated over these allegations. I do not blame them. Hurting kids in any way is completely unacceptable. When the kids Delaware, I firmly believe he did nothing wrong and look forward to the day these charges dropped. Thank you. This is a crazy comment. Ooh, wait, is this true? The hypocrisy of you speaking about how awful of a person Chris was for doing the same stuff as the person you're now praising is just saddening. If you generally care for the protection of young people, you keep the same energy regardless of the person. Ooh! That's pretty crazy. Okay. He's definitely trying to say the accuser was lying. It'd really be the only one he could get if people somehow believed it was a false accusation. Yeah, I mean, he's... this line is just crazy. When he was 21, a 16-year-old girl accused him and others of sexual assault when she was 11. He kind of implied he was... Yeah, he was implying that he was innocent. But then... Well... Yeah. Well, by saying accused him. But yeah, I mean, I'm not... yeah, I don't know. This is kind of crazy. I mean, because it was... Think about it this way, bro. Think about it this way. The situation with Delaware was bad enough that he had to take a plea deal to register, right? So there was enough of something that he had to become registered on the sex offenders list. That means there had to have been at least something, right? And I don't know exactly how easy it is to get somebody on there, but I feel like I got a feeling it's more than just saying he did it, you know? But maybe that's just me. And then, yeah, they accused him and others. Makes it sounds like they're making the girl out to be, like, just someone that's lying. But it wouldn't be unheard of plea deals when you're innocent or uncommon since legal fees can get pretty bad. Though without seeing the underlying facts, it's hard to say one way or another. Okay, fair enough. I think the mere fact that they're going after Dogpack's character primarily and almost not refuting the evidence makes this whole thing so telling to me. Yeah. Sure, they're all false accusations, but going that route for a wretched offender is... Yeah, that's kind of what I mean, is it's like, ouch. He was 16, he probably did something stupid, but wasn't bad enough for the prosecution to go hard after him. I could see that, because, yeah, he would have been 16. But, yeah, I mean, it's still a pretty bad look. At least confirm Jimmy knew. I mean, that's something, right? Was there something... I feel like there were... Oh, the Ludwig video? Does somebody have a link to the Ludwig thing? Or Mogul Mail? I guess I could just pull it up on my monitor. My other monitor real quick. Yeah, it's kind of a dead route. It's not a reasonable age gap at all. Oh, agreed. Yeah, it's still a problem. Yeah, 100%. Alright. I assume... I don't like this channel finally talking about Mr. Beast. Is this worth watching? Or is this just gonna be yammering? Yeah, agreed, useless. Agreed. Like, it's still definitely a problem.
Mr. Beast
is this worth watching, or does anybody know? What is... I don't like this channel.
If you watch the last couple of Mogul Mails, the title of this video is probably not going to be a surprise. Simply put, I have not been enjoying this channel as of late, and I want to make some changes. But before we get into what those...
Okay, I don't really care. I'm sorry. Okay. He defends himself from the stuff he said on stream. He doesn't like drama. The reason I clicked that is because dude, that is the most clickbait YouTube title. I don't like this channel. Like, obviously I want to know why you don't like your channel. Lud's Mr. Beast video is large about his own stream react on Dogpack's video interview. Is he talking about Pink? Oh my goodness, Mr. Pink is talking about me! Mr. Ludwig! Ah, shit, I said it wrong. I'd go for Echelon's vid too, I don't know what that is.
big time.
Oh, I wanted to watch this. This looked like it would be interesting. Mr. Beast illegal rigging lotteries and NDAs? $1 lawyer versus $1 million lawyer? That sounds kind of lit. Ludwig, yay, yippee! His original stream reacting to part 1 of Dogpack's vid was awful. Okay, so he's just defending that.
I feel like I wake up every day to new allegations against Mr. Beast that are somehow worse than the previous allegations, and now there are just so many allegations they're hard to keep track of, and apparently the worst is yet to come. He is taking an astronomical amount of L's. So many so, the explosion of L's is so big, I'm getting hit by the shrapnel of it all. And initially, I wasn't going to make a mogul mail about the Mr. Beast situation, and that was for 2 reasons. The first one is because I made a video on the channel about a week ago called I Don't Like This Channel, and in it I basically talked about how I don't like doing drama videos. Drama videos too. Probably any situation outside of maybe someone making an apology for ukulele in the past.
I don't know how much I care about this, I'm gonna be honest. Let's watch the legal video.
In Beast Land, Mr. Beast is facing...
Because like, if Ludwig made like a bad move and then like kind of went back on it, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like, okay, good for you, Ludwig. Thumbs up.
Controversy on several different fronts, and all this comes at a terrible time, right when Amazon is investing potentially hundreds of millions of dollars into the Beast games, which is facing its own controversy. Now, a lot of this is outside of my field, but people are claiming that Mr. Beast broke the law, and that is my bat signal, or eagle signal. From Feastables to the Beast games, he can do it all, or can he? An ex-employee is making waves by claiming that everything about Mr. Beast's empire is fake.
What we did was scripted. Holy shit, this stuff would be easy to pump out.
Have you ever faked a video?
No.
But this train track is CGI, these bus wheels are CGI.
The raccoon! The raccoon!
CGI. This car is digitally.
The raccoon!
It's fake. This guy is fake. This raccoon is a
The raccoon!
And it doesn't stop there. There are claims that Mr. Beast's frequent giveaways are actually illegal lotteries, and that Mr. Beast's contests run afoul of federal anti-rigging laws. And looking at the other side, the ex-employee may have signed a non-disclosure agreement, which he might be violating by producing his videos.
Yeah.
Is he going to be in trouble too? Well, to understand all this, you have to understand who Mr. Beast is and what a Mr. Beast video is. Well, Mr. Beast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, is known for his elaborate and philanthropic videos. His videos often feature massive challenges,
That's the newest one.
stunts,
Wow.
and big giveaways. Mr. Beast has over 300 million subscribers, and he's expanded his empire to candy bars and to cheeseburgers, and will soon host a game show on Amazon Prime. And now an ex-employee claims that Mr. Beast fakes his videos and runs illegal lotteries. The man, who goes by Dogpack404 on Twitter, alleged that Mr. Beast's company engaged in fake...
Whoa, look at his back thing. Why are you lies? Mr. Beast, $10 million. Truth or our YouTube account since 1984. This is such a schizo backdrop. I love it. Do you have a password? Just the word signature.
Ways rigged videos, ran illegal lotteries, and sold fake signatures. Though according to Chucky Appleby, who runs Mr. Beast's Ideas and Thumbnails team, the man worked for Mr. Beast for less than a month before he was fired for erratic behavior.
Brain
The
rot
former
core
worker started
facts.
a YouTube channel and produced a video alleging that Mr. Beast runs illegal lotteries.
And obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I'm just going to show you the law and then show you irrefutable evidence of what's being done, and you can make your own conclusions. The FTC defines a lottery as containing 3
Cease and desist response video by Dogpack? No.
elements.
I don't
And here
think
he's
so.
mostly
I mean, I read the things about. I don't
about
think
the
so.
legal elements of a lottery. This varies state by state, but most jurisdictions define a lottery as having 3 elements. Consideration, which is payment to participate. A
Okay,
prize,
check.
which must be something of value.
Okay,
and
check.
chance, which means that the winner is
Okay,
determined
check.
by luck. If all 3 of these elements are present and the
sounds
lottery
like
is
it.
not regulated, it is likely illegal, because lotteries in the United States are exclusively run by the government. Now, this is in contrast to what I'll generally call a contest, which is not based on chance so much as skill or intellect. And that's why it's generally legal to have a prize for a contest, even when there's an entry fee, because it's not based on chance and therefore does not constitute a lottery. Lotteries are distinct from sweepstakes and raffles, which are legal. Sweepstakes are games where a person is chosen randomly to win a prize, and sweepstakes participants do not give consideration to enter. Now we'll talk more about this
Under the cease and desist Twitter post, you wrote a bunch of other stuff. I might have seen some of
in a
that,
second.
but I did on the last stream. Dog probably reminds me of iDubbbz, and I think he knows he kind of puts off that vibe at the intro. Yeah, no, exactly. He's definitely going for like a OG iDubbbz thing. I mean, he very directly is calling out with the off-brand content cop thing. Oh, I didn't see that. Okay.
But the reason a sweepstakes is generally allowable in the context of buying something to enter is that there is an option to enter the
Without
same
paying.
sweepstakes without a
Yeah.
purchase necessary.
And that's why Mr. Beast in the things wasn't making that option clear, but it was hidden in fine print. That was the point about the advertising on shorts, where the no purchase necessary clause wasn't in his shorts. That was like a point I tried to make.
And a raffle is an activity in which people buy tickets with different numbers, some of which are later chosen to win prizes. It's organized in order to make money for a good social purpose. And raffles are generally only legal when they're conducted by non-profits. So let's go back to the video that people are claiming is an illegal lottery. During a 2020 live stream, the Mr. Beast crew sold limited edition t-shirts that cost $42. The sign in the background says buy a shirt and I'll sign it.
For those of you who are just joining, if you buy one of our limited edition 40 mil special shirts, we're celebrating 40 million subscribers with a really big video, then we will sign that shirt, and some of them will get random prizes like this.
So
yeah,
the parameters
triple
of the
check.
offer were that a fan buys an autographed t-shirt and they get the possibility of winning a prize. The winners were supposed to be chosen randomly at different intervals, but Mr. Beast changed the rules of the giveaway midstream.
They would say something like, buy in the next 5 minutes for a chance to win. And then 7 minutes later go, actually, the newest order in 30 seconds is going to win.
Dogpack says that during the 6-hour live stream, Mr. Beast offered 46 illegal lotteries with a retail value of over $47,000. Now, typically when you review the terms and conditions of giveaway like this one, the first disclaimer you'll see is the statement, no purchase necessary. That's
right,
yeah,
exactly.
You offer people a way to participate in the sweepstakes without having to purchase anything. Now, Mr. Beast's 6-hour live streams look a little sloppy. They're not like the Mr. Beast videos of today. The full video isn't available anymore, so we don't know whether there was a disclaimer in the video.
We don't know if there was a disclaimer.
But it does look like a purchase was required and there was no free way to enter. So in some jurisdictions, Mr. Beast probably would have been running an illegal lottery. And if true, he probably wouldn't be alone. This was, frankly, pretty common on YouTube back in the day. And it's also common for YouTubers to get legal advice later after they become more successful. Remember, kids, talk to your lawyer early and often. We can often save you a ton of headache in the future. But not offering a free method of participation is a pitfall that I've seen a lot of YouTubers do when it comes to giveaways or bonuses. It's so common, in fact, that a very large YouTuber, Captain Sparkles, even admitted to doing the same thing while he was talking about this Mr. Beast situation.
I will admit to something here that may be past the statute of limitations, but the way that I found out about illegal lotteries to begin with is because I accidentally did one.
Chat, should I do an illegal lottery too?
You know, if it were me, even if it were super common,
don't admit to breaking the law on camera. Pro tip.
I would not admit to breaking the law on.
Chat, the winner of the lottery gets to choose a reaction series. The lottery is sending me $300. And it's live right now. We pay for Patreon and there's a 50% chance of you uploading the reaction on time. But that's not a lottery because no one person gets something that the others don't. So there's not an element of, you know. Where do I send? It's all on Patreon, chat.
Camera.
The biggest spender.
But, you know, you do you. That's more work for lawyers in the future. And a lot of private companies have gotten in trouble for doing the same kind of giveaway. The Department of Justice concluded that the Iron Man Triathlon...
True, useless. So that means I should run an illegal lottery, and then I'll be successful. That's the ticket. It's not that I have to upload faster. It's not that I have to make better videos. It's not that I have to edit more. It's that I have to do an illegal lottery.
Conducted an illegal lottery by charging athletes $50 for a chance to compete in its World Championship. So the World Triathlon Corp, which runs Ironman, also encouraged people to pay an additional $50 to purchase memberships in a club that would increase their chances of getting into the championship race. They didn't offer a refund to people whose entries weren't chosen and gave them no future credit towards registration for those that were chosen. And the company ran this promotion for decades, between 1983 and 2015. But as a result, the company agreed to forfeit the $2.76 million that they had.
300 for a Bugado Pico reaction? No. See, that's why I'm gonna scam you, and I'm going to change the lottery rules and pick somebody else to win.
In 2015. But as a result, the company agreed to forfeit the $2.76 million that they had collected and cease the lottery practice, though it denied any wrongdoing. Now, there is one more interesting wrinkle when it comes to Mr. Beast potentially engaging in a illegal lottery. Now, we talked about the different elements of
him choosing the winners.
Element of chance, there has to be a prize. But also, the people looking to participate in the lottery have to offer consideration. Now, consideration for the purposes of lotteries is often construed narrowly. It does not need to include money. If a person has to make an effort to register, this can constitute consideration under the law. So, for example, if you pay $42 for a t-shirt in exchange for the chance to win a prize,
you've done consideration.
You definitely provided consideration. Yeah. And likewise, if you have to complete a long survey or make several trips to the store, many regulatory authorities also say
that's
that
interesting.
you significant effort to get into.
That's really interesting. So, like, the time put in and the effort counts too.
But not everything qualifies as
Yeah, what doesn't?
If you mail a postcard to enter into a contest, the 50-cent postage does not count as consideration in most jurisdictions. So in another one of Mr. Beast's giveaways, he purchased 1,000 Samsung phones and gave them away randomly to people who subscribed to his channel. Now whether this is an illegal lottery...
I mean, subscribing shouldn't be consideration. That's so minor.
...or a legal sweepstakes depends on whether the state law construes subscribing to
There's no way. There's no way.
Now in North Carolina...
It'd be more effort to send a postcard than to subscribe.
...where Mr. Beast is based, if the promotion includes a purchase, payment, or substantial effort,
and
it's a game of chance resulting in a prize, then it's likely
no way.
Lottery. If it's non-monetary consideration, the person would have to make a
There's no way
substantial degree of effort for it to be considered consideration. In the past, substantial effort examples include attending an all-day sales presentation or going to a scavenger hunt. But simply watching a TV program or visiting a location one time
so there is some
was not considered a substantial effort in North Carolina. So I could definitely see a North Carolina court saying that simply pressing the subscribe button did...
Ooh, you're right, Mem20. Mr. Beast asks people to watch the streams for a long time. That might count as attending an all-day presentation. Like, that could be a precedent.
Necessary to make it
That's a good point.
Now, what makes this situation even more complicated is that sometimes Mr. Beast videos contain both a contest and a sweepstakes. So take, for example, the video 100 Boys versus 100 Girls for $500,000. Here are the rules.
I built 2 massive circles and put 100 boys in one and 100 girls in the other. And whichever circle has more people after 100 hours wins $500,000.
So if any player steps on the red line, they're eliminated from the game. And during the 100 hours, Mr. Beast tempted the players with various offers, like giving one of the guys $10,000 for solving a Rubik's Cube.
We're gonna offer the one guy in there that knows how to solve them $10,000 to leave right now.
He also offered the girls a free car if they agreed to leave.
If Chris scratches it, it's coming with him. You don't have to get out, but whenever you do, your brand new car's right there.
Now that video was sponsored by a company called Current, and that company offered a separate sweepstakes. It looks like by the time of this
I can tell you, Whale, that if you... So even for just me, if you have your subscriptions as public, then I know when you subscribed, and I can see who you are. If you have your subscriptions on your account not public, then I don't know. But yeah, if you have public subscribers, I know who the first person that subscribed to me is, right? So yeah, it is a YouTube feature. But I only know it up to the point of if you're public.
Video, which comes 2 years later, Mr. Beast either lawyered up or learned his lesson, because it seems like he knew what he was doing in this particular video, because this video allows participation in the sweepstakes without purchase. The description reads, no purchase.
I don't know if we should honestly care about legality either way. That's a separate matter. What concerns normal people is the morality. I mean, legality is the way you get them, right? If it's legal but immoral, then you can't really get them, you know? I feel like you need, like, we have trouble with him now, right? So we think there are moral problems, there are ethical concerns, which is why we don't really have much of an option. I can... Oh, shit. Mr. Beast, run!
Or payment necessary to enter or win. Void outside the U.S. and where...
Yeah, okay, in the description, look at that. No purchase or payment necessary. So if that was in the stream, then that probably would have been enough. Yeah, I mean, like, morality, obviously, if everybody hated Mr. Beast because of a big moral failure, then he would still be punished, but, like, the way to really get someone, you gotta get legality.
Prohibited, etc., etc.
So I think it's worth pursuing.
So the contestants, the viewers, did not have to...
Not that I can do anything about it, but I find it interesting, especially because I'm interested in going into law in the future. So this is, like, right up my alley, you know? Of, like, my interests.
Video sponsor to enter into that payment necessary to enter or win. Void outside the U.S. and where prohibited, etc., etc., more legal.
Bro, they even got DC in there.
So the
that is some legal print.
Did not have to join Current, the video sponsor, to enter into that particular sweepstakes. It links to other terms and conditions, and people had an opportunity to review the official rules to determine how the prize would be allocated. So it looks like sometime in the last 4 years, Mr. Beast got his act together and started complying with anti-lottery rules. Now,
That's
obviously,
something.
if you're running an illegal lottery, you'll want a good lawyer. But if you want a great lawyer, my law firm, the Eagle Team, can help. If you've suffered a data breach, especially if you got a letter saying that your social security number had been leaked, if you were...
Did he really just self-plug his own firm? I should go work for this guy.
Involved in a car crash or have an immigration issue or just about anything else, we can represent you or help find you the right attorney.
The pink team, bro.
Talk to a lawyer right away so you maximize your recovery and find out what your options are. So just click on the link in the description or call the phone number on screen for...
One day I'm gonna be part of the Eagle Team chat and I'm gonna turn them into the pink team.
With my team. Because you don't just need a legal team.
Yeah, that'll be my internship, bro. So wait, unironically, that'd actually be so lit. I don't know, sounds like working for YouTubers seems kind of bad, but bro, I can say that I got experience. One day you'll be their client? No, 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 no. I will represent myself in court.
But many are conflating the old video.
No, I wouldn't do that. It's a bad idea.
Offering a prize for buying a t-shirt, which arguably does constitute a lottery, with all Mr. Beast videos that happen to involve prizes in general. But these are very different situations, and the analysis is different too. Mr. Beast is known for giving subscribers a chance to take part in his videos. And Dogpack takes issue with this, arguing that, quote,
so yeah, the random subscribers you see in challenges are actually never random. They're almost always local.
Exactly, Terminus, yeah.
And oftentimes friends and family of Mr. Beast employees, or just the employees themselves.
And he highlighted some specific videos he says backs up his claims, specifically the video Boys vs. Girls for $500,000. He says the whole thing was rigged because the contestants weren't random subscribers.
Let's look at this video. Not only were the results of this video completely scripted, but the contestants are not.
It's crazy seeing Dogpack on a Legal Eagle video, bro.
So many people had jobs.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend.
Chucky Appleby acknowledged that some of the players were friends or employees. Quote, the employees...
I'm not gonna be the Pink Panthers, bro.
Positive for COVID last
Pink Teamed. That's the name, Pink Teamed.
Minute right before filming. Thea, Jimmy's girlfriend, mentioned this on a podcast over a year ago. If it wasn't for COVID, they would not have been in it. They had the same money on the line as everyone else. And Dogpack also said that he received text messages from another Beast worker who said they had to rig the game so that the boys didn't win by so much.
According to a former Mr. Beast employee, it would have been a PR problem if the boys had won by a lot. And because so many of the female contestants were Mr. Beast employees who got out immediately, production stepped in to actually make the results of the challenge closer.
Now, there's absolutely nothing illegal about using friends or acquaintances in your videos. And it doesn't necessarily follow that just because Mr. Beast might have known some of the people who appeared in his videos, that he rigged the videos in their favor. Now, your mileage may vary as to whether it's a good or bad look to include friends in videos where there's money on the line. Now, arguably, you might conclude that if the video makes it appear that every contestant is random, and it turns out that that's not the case, then it makes it more likely that the outcome is rigged in their favor. Mr. Beast, after all, might want to patronize his friends. But you might also conclude that there is no connection between the identity of the contestants and the outcome. Now, I haven't reviewed every single Mr. Beast video. I have a life. Personally, I think this is probably closer to the truth, but I can see how people might feel deceived. And as it happens, I happen to know several people who have appeared in Mr. Beast videos.
Well, I think... So it's like, they get the opportunity... Like, I think the problem... Video's quiet. I think the problem is that it was like, I got a bunch of my random subscribers to compete for the chance for money. And then the subscribers weren't random. I guess how bad is that, really? I mean, I guess there wasn't, like, you're subscribing thinking you'll get to compete in this video. Unless that was advertised. Then, like, that would maybe be a thing. I don't know, actually.
Again, because he needed someone to fill in at the last
Is that better audio?
Happened to be nearby. In fact, you might know them. Dave the Agent and Patrick Willems. And I can tell you, the video was not rigged in their favor at all. They happened to be taking a tour of Mr. Beast's facilities and got pegged to fill in at the last moment to put an entire GameStop inside of a triangle. They actually succeeded, and they've told me that everyone was shocked that they were able to do it.
Everyone's gotta let go at the same time. 3, 2, 1, everyone let go. Everyone let go. No one touching it? No one. Oh, congratulations!
It was definitely not rigged or predetermined. Now, I can't speak to all of Mr. Beast's videos, but in at least one instance where he knew the contestants, the video was certainly not rigged. And I do know that logistically, since many of Mr. Beast's videos are filmed in his hometown of Greenville, North Carolina, it's often hard to fill all of the spots for his videos. And I also know that Mr. Beast and his team invest in hundreds or thousands of cameras, producers, and video editors to be able to record and cull through thousands of hours of footage for his videos. And my feeling is that Mr. Beast will do whatever's possible to make the most engaging and entertaining video possible. But I certainly can't speak to every video he's ever made, nor can I speak to the audience expectations of the videos that he does make. But let's say that the videos were rigged, completely manipulated and predetermined.
Let's get to some
Would
juice.
that be illegal?
Great,
Dogpack
thank you.
alleges that Mr. Beast rigged the game so that the boys didn't win by so much. Mr. Beast changed the rules or offered different challenges throughout the 100 hours. At one point, he says he wanted to make the game more competitive by trying to introduce more boys to drop out. And in one sense, you know, duh, this is a Mr. Beast video. He makes various offers and changes the rules to make things more entertaining. He manipulates the events to add drama, much like any game show where things occur to make things interesting. But here, let's make a distinction. There are the rules as laid out to the contestants before they participate, and the rules as laid out in the video. Now, you can imagine that the contract between the contestant and, I don't know, Beast Enterprises lays out certain terms for the relationship. Now, I've never seen one of those contracts. My guess is that it gives Beast Enterprises quite a lot of flexibility to deal with the contestant. But if they breach those terms, then
yeah,
they might be
it just
liable
depends
for
on the
breach of
contract, is what
or
he's
maybe even
saying.
fraud. And then there are the terms that show up in the final video after the filming. Those might not be the same. Now, whether you're allowed to change the rules in the video largely depends on how much freedom you have in the rules in your contract with the contestant. Now, remember this because we'll come back to it in a second. Now, following up on the allegation...
So basically he's saying we can't do nothing, like we can't say anything, we don't know the contract. That's pretty much what he just said in like 20 sentences.
From Dogpack, YouTuber Upper Echelon claimed that Mr. Beast videos are just flat out illegal. For example, Rosanna Pansino was featured in a Mr. Beast competition series called Creator Games, which pits YouTube personalities against each other in games like hide and seek. She claimed that Mr. Beast selectively edited the video to make it appear that she did not finish in the top 3, and instead they made it look like Logan Paul did finish in the top 3.
Survivor, despite being mentioned by this alleged former employee in passing, has a particularly relevant...
Survivor got hoed? He brought up Survivor. Survivor has a lawsuit against it? No, Survivor, my goat. I love Survivor. No.
Lawsuit brought forward by a contestant of season
no.
alleges the producers of the show engaged in a scheme to prearrange outcomes by persuading, influencing, or intimidating contestants.
And she
no,
claimed that Mr. Beast
bro.
changed the rules. Originally, they were told
Survivor.
they couldn't hide in the ceiling, but the winner was allowed to hide in the ceiling. Now, Upper Echelon claims that Mr. Beast did exactly the same thing that landed the TV show Survivor in legal hot water.
47 USC 509, which pertains to, quote, prohibited practices in contests of knowledge,
Bro's getting
skill,
them.
or chance.
Now, whether you think it's a good idea to use clever editing or manipulating the rules to change the outcome is not the same thing as necessarily being against the law. But Upper Echelon points to a lawsuit by Season 1 Survivor contestant Stacey Stillman, who was the 3rd person ever voted off the series.
Well, the weather has spoken, and the tribe has spoken.
Oh, 3rd person? Oh, very early Survivor. They
However,
probably
she
cleaned
later
up their
alleged
game.
that the show creator, Mark Burnett, actually orchestrated her demise. She claims that Burnett intervened in the game by convincing 2 of her teammates to vote her off the island rather than a contestant who had been a fan favorite, Rudy Bosch. Bosch was a gruff former Navy SEAL who was quick with one-liners.
The only reason I'd bring a Bible is if...
Someone died in one of the survivors?
If I need
That's
toilet paper.
Burnett allegedly believed that Rudy was better for ratings than Stillman, and Bosch later placed 3rd in the game. Stillman is a lawyer, so she sued for fraud, breach of contract, and unlawful business practices in violation of California Business and Professions Code 17200, with the predicate being 47 USC 509. Now, the parties settled before trial, as most lawsuits do. But the interesting thing about Stillman's complaint is that she claimed that Burnett violated 47 USC 509, which is a federal law that regulates contests that are run by TV and radio broadcasters and their sponsors. It says it shall be unlawful
if it's TV and radio, would that count to
for any
YouTube,
person
though?
with intent to deceive the listening or viewing public, to supply any contestant in a purportedly bona fide contest of intellectual knowledge or intellectual skill, any special and secret assistance whereby the outcome of such contest will be in whole or in part prearranged or predetermined, by means of persuasion, bribery, intimidation, or otherwise, to induce or cause any contestant in a purportedly bona fide contest of intellectual knowledge or intellectual skill to refrain in any manner from using or displaying his knowledge or skill in such contest whereby the outcome thereof will be in whole or in part predetermined or prearranged. Or 3, to engage in any artifice or scheme for the purpose of prearranging or predetermining in whole or in part the outcome of a purportedly bona fide contest of intellectual knowledge, intellectual skill, or chance. This is the basis for the FCC's contest rule, which provides that it's illegal to predetermine or prearrange the outcome of a contest or to broadcast a predetermined or prearranged contest. It stems from a series of quiz shows in the 1950s that were absolutely rigged. And in fact, there's a great Ralph Fiennes movie about this particular situation. The FCC requires broadcasters to disclose rules.
Dang, I really should be a lawyer then, bro, because I'm a yapper. I'm a bona fide yapper.
Policies applicable to their contests, including the method of entry, eligibility restrictions, entry deadlines, prize restrictions, winner selection procedures, and the value of the prize. And after analyzing this statute, Upper Echelon points to a situation in the Boys vs. Girls video that he claims runs afoul. In particular, he points to a situation where Mr. Beast tried to coax one of the boys who knew how to solve a Rubik's Cube from leaving the contest to make it more fair to the other contestants who did not know how to solve a Rubik's Cube in the Rubik's Cubes.
Well, more fair is that... That's like... What? That doesn't make...
I can't personally say at what specific point in time a creator who owns a media company that is 10 or 20 times larger and more successful than mainstream broadcast television networks becomes liable under those same rules.
Yeah, that's kind of
maybe in the service of predetermining the outcome. But the FCC does not regulate radio or television that is not broadcast over the airwaves. Its website even says the FCC does not regulate online content. The reason for this is the First Amendment. You're generally allowed
shit.
to produce whatever kind of TV show you want, or YouTube video that you want. It was thought,
Not the
and
First Amendment,
still is,
bro.
that when it came to shows that were broadcast over the air before cable TV, or largely the internet, because that was a limited resource, the argument went, the government had more say over what could be broadcast. That's why there's always been so much more cursing and nudity on HBO and not NBC. HBO has never been regulated by the FCC. It might be hard to believe, but there was a time when there were only a handful, like 3.
This guy, I don't need a flashback to the
90s,
90s, 80s, 70s.
Luckily, we have evolved from this barbarity.
He
so
got
Upper
jokes.
Echelon's video incorrectly claims that Mr. Beast's video ran afoul of this law cited in the Stillman complaint, 47 U.S.C. 509, prohibited practices in contests of knowledge, skill, or chance.
Which deceived the audience, fulfilling basically every single part of this law at one time or another, from what I can tell, in my opinion, to the very letter.
Yeah, that's just wrong. The law does not apply to satellite radio, the internet, or cable. Now, I don't mean to cast aspersions on this YouTuber. He's upfront about the fact that he's not a lawyer, but this is what often makes the law so difficult.
He's saying, okay, this is crazy. He said, but this is what makes the law so difficult. He's like, you see, but this is where he messed up. And it's hard. Don't put it. Don't take it too personally, buddy. It's a tough field. Like, brother, I get it. I get it.
You can find something that looks like it applies, but it's wildly out of context and is basically irrelevant.
He's calling him irrelevant.
That's why people need lawyers. Now,
he's literally saying that's why you should hire me. Wait, kinda. That's why you need lawyers. That's funny.
Ironically, a commenter to this video who claims to be a lawyer chimed in to proclaim that, quote, those laws do in fact apply to YouTube as well. I've actually dealt
Okay, you don't gotta attack YouTube commenters. You gotta know all these people are freaking lying, bro.
with it personally, and it doesn't end well for the accused. This person later says they've been a lawyer for
Bro's attacking the comments section of a YouTube. You got so many bigger fish to
all of
fry.
7
I'm
months,
sorry.
I've already seen so many cases, and it's sick. Now, I saw this, and it took a second. Was I wrong? Did I learn nothing in law school?
He got one guide. He actually got one guide.
In the context of the U.S. Then I kept reading the comments from this lawyer. It's universal. All the ground need to follow is that it was broadcast live. There
is
are
he a
exceptions,
Canadian
but this
YouTuber?
is pretty clear. At least that's how it stands in Canada. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. This is why you don't trust randos on the internet, especially when they claim to be lawyers. Absolutely nothing this person says is true. Maybe that's the law in Canada, but...
Well, okay. Maybe that's the law in Canada, but not here. If he's from Canada and he's saying it's against the Canadian rules, then that would be true, but okay.
Not here. This law does not apply to YouTubers because they stream over the internet.
Sure.
It just doesn't apply. And in any event, the Stillman lawsuit settled, so we don't even know how a jury would have found, and it appears that the FCC never even investigated Survivor for the 509 violation based on her claims. And I don't want to belabor the point, but arguably the terms of the law might not even apply. It's not clear that the manipulating the activities of a contest would necessarily count as predetermining the outcome, and it's not clear that the various contests or games of skill or intellect that would be covered anyway. And often there's nothing secretive about what Mr. Beast is doing in the video contests. He says what he's going to do, and then he does it. As you probably know, game shows often change the stakes all the time, even on broadcast television.
Deal or no
now,
deal.
whether any of the contestants have a claim for breach of contract or fraud depends on what was in
Well,
the
they don't really change it. The entire point is that you get a deal, so I guess.
Before they agreed to appear in a Mr. Beast video. Now, I don't know the terms, so I can't say, but I'd be shocked if they didn't give Mr. Beast and Beast Enterprises a huge amount of freedom in what they can do or not do during the video. And furthermore, that would be a civil claim of the contestant versus Beast Enterprises. It's not a law that is broken. Maybe that's pedantic, but it's not illegal to breach a contract anyway. Now, ironically, it might be...
Huh?
Would be a civil claim of the contestant versus Beast Enterprises. It's not a law that is broken.
Oh. Okay, so violating a contract opens you up to a civil claim, not any legal claim.
But it's not illegal to breach a contract.
It's not like you're gonna go to prison. You're just gonna have to pay out. Okay.
Anyway. Now, ironically, it might be Dogpack 404 who's in hot legal water. Mr. Beast's lawyers have sent 2 cease and desist letters to the ex-worker.
New one, double it and give it to the next person.
There's alleged that his statements are defamatory and violate his confidentiality and non-disclosure agreement. Now, generally, I hate these kind of strong-arm tactics to silence critics. This is exactly what Logan Paul is currently doing with CoffeeZilla. But the situation might be theoretically different from a legal perspective. This isn't just some critical third party, but a person who was an employee. They had a direct contractual relationship with Mr. Beast. So the contract terms will be just as important as the general law on defamation. Now, as you probably know, a non-disclosure agreement, or NDA, is a legal contract between at least two parties that outlines confidential material, knowledge, or information that the parties wish to share with each other for certain purposes, but want to restrict from wider access. The NDA essentially creates a confidential relationship between the parties to protect information covered by the NDA. And usually that's any type of confidential or proprietary information or trade secrets. In this video, YouTuber Some Ordinary Gamer explained the purpose of an NDA.
I hired you at our company, right? And I told you a secret about, something we're doing a month from now, a production that we have coming out in the next 2-3 months.
He's a little schizo, but there's some things that are interesting
editor for that video, and we had told you, hey, don't leak any of this at all. Not a single ounce of footage. We want this for you to edit. We want you to put these videos together, and we want you to, basically have these ready to go up on our actual collaborative channel. If you decided to leak that footage, it would be well within our right to take you to court.
Now, Mudahar is right that a company could sue a person who violated an NDA by disclosing things about that production if those things are within the scope of the NDA. And he's generally right that an NDA cannot compel a person not to disclose a crime. If an NDA attempts to prevent someone from reporting illegal activities, the NDA might be considered void if it violates public policy. However, what constitutes a violation of public policy varies substantially according to the jurisdiction. Some states have adopted laws that strike non-disclosure provisions, which prohibit employees from disclosing unlawful employment practices such as discrimination, harassment, or fraud. North Carolina...
No, I agreed, no games. Like, I like, Some Ordinary Gamer, isn't he just some random guy, like, that does YouTube? Why is the lawyer quoting this random guy? I mean, is he just trying to make it more interesting and engaging to switch to somebody else, maybe?
Where Mr. Beast is based, has not adopted such a law. The issue really becomes whether Dogpack witnessed anything that would be against public policy in the state that governs the NDA. So while it's true that NDAs generally cannot be used to conceal illegal activities, the person really has to have evidence of at least an illegal activity that would be considered against public policy to have...
True, yeah. Wait, if we get on the Eagle team, I'll get to be in a Legal Eagle video. Holy crap, Legal Eagle is going to be the new Mr. Beast, where I'm going to be the one that gets put in a solitary confinement lawyer room I'm not gonna be on a treadmill. I'm gonna be having to file legal documents for like 24 hours, and I'm gonna go mad, and then, I'll get severance checked off the team, the pink team, bro. Oh shit.
NDA against. And it doesn't seem like Dogpack has made any statements of witnessing anything firsthand that Mr. Beast did anything that was against the law. And now Mr. Beast's lawyers have sent 2 cease and desist letters to Dogpack. He appeared at least in illegal activities generally cannot be used to conceal legal activities. The person really has to have evidence of at least an illegal activity that would be considered against public policy to have an NDA against. And it doesn't seem like Dogpack has made any statements of witnessing anything firsthand that Mr. Beast did anything.
Dogpack hasn't seen anything firsthand that was against the law. Yeah, I mean, like, firsthand? Does it really need to be firsthand? Or do you just need to have evidence? Because, like, if the lottery stuff is illegal, then couldn't he talk about that even if he's on the team? Even if he didn't, like, see that happen as it happens? I don't actually know. Or, like... And I mean, we're gonna get into, like, the sexual assault stuff later. First-hand versus hearsay? Well, it's not even versus hearsay in what I'm trying to say. It's versus, like, evidence that you didn't see firsthand. Or I guess maybe it would be firsthand in that case. I'm thinking, like, Dogpack citing the live stream as an illegal lottery. He could do that even if there was an NDA because if it was illegal, right? I think the only way she's not gone completely off the deep end is if he's seen stuff he can't talk about and is suggesting it. I think he'd be fine for the stuff he didn't discover / learn on the job. Oh, but it would... Yeah, and the live stream is public, true. So yeah, what are they attacking him for? Because most of this stuff is that it's fake, I guess. Like, a lot of those claims, probably. In which case, it being fake wouldn't be it being illegal. So yeah, he actually might be in trouble, maybe. I don't know. I guess, I don't know, but I'm not confident.
And now Mr. Beast's lawyers have sent 2 cease and desist letters to Dogpack. He appeared on Oompaville's show and declared that he isn't scared.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel nervous? I would be
I love how Dogpack looks, by the way. I love how this guy, he looks kind of unhinged. Like, Bro is ready to kill somebody. It looks like he just got out of the shower and he has been like charging up in there. Am I wrong? I love him. He looks like he's ready, bro.
How do you feel about that? Do you feel nervous? I would be shitting myself if I were you.
No, I'm not shitting myself.
Now, generally, I would agree. A cease and desist letter doesn't mean anything except the sender wants you to stop. But if he did disclose information that was covered by the NDA, then he could be in trouble. Now, it would be a breach of contract claim. So it's not against the law to violate your NDA, but it does mean you can be sued civilly for a breach of contract. And there's no doubt that he's causing Mr. Beast reputational harm. Whether that's warranted is up to you. But the NDA could also contain a non-disparagement clause. A non-disparagement clause prevents a signatory
if that's in there, then he's
from
hoed.
disparaging the other party for a certain amount of time, even if the things that they say are true or non-confidential. This clause is meant to stop the parties from making public or private...
Dude, imagine if he actually... Yeah, if he's wrong about everything, he's been lying, he's been capping... and he gets destroyed. That'd be a great twist.
That could harm the reputation or business interests of the other party. Especially in a situation like this where the person can truthfully say that they were an employee for a limited amount of time to add authority to their claims. Now, disparagement is not the same as defamation. Defamation generally only applies when these statements are false. Disparagement just means saying something negative about the other person, even if it's 100% correct. So if Dogpack's NDA...
Wait, I want to... Defamation is face, disparagement doesn't have to be.
saying something negative about the other person, even if it's 100% correct.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I'm 20, still worried. I mean, like, that's the thing, like, yeah, I mean,
so if Dogpack's NDA has a non-disparagement clause that's still in effect, he could be in a lot of trouble because...
He's probably mostly fine, but this is an interesting little...
Because he's been doing a lot of disparaging, even if you assume that everything he says is 100% true. Now, Dogpack redacted
I assume that he doesn't have that clause in it, because if he did, then it would obviously, he'd be hoed.
Name of the law firm in the cease and desist letter, only quoting a portion of the firm's website, and some have suggested that the cease and desist letters were from the law firm Quinn Emanuel. And the name...
Yo, some people figured out the law firm?
His website, and some have suggested that the cease and desist letters were from the law firm Quinn Emanuel. And the name of the firm, Quinn Emanuel, Urquhart & Sullivan, fits the amount of space in the cease and desist letter that Dogpack...
Oh my goodness, people counted the letter spacing to figure out the name.
...shared on Twitter.
That's so smart.
So, these are not lawyers...
That's so smart. Right here. They figured out the length of it. That's crazy. You know this firm?
In the cease and desist letter that Dogpack shared on Twitter. Now, if so, these are not lawyers you want to mess with. I personally never met a lawyer from Quinn who wasn't a huge asshole, often in a way that's counterproductive.
Wait.
I personally Dogpack shared.
Wait, he's just whoa! This guy is yapping about this law firm being dog shit. He's saying everybody here's an asshole.
These are not lawyers you want to mess with.
What?
I personally never.
He's just attacking them.
From Quinn who wasn't a huge asshole, often in a way that's counterproductive. But still, they have a reputation for scorched earth litigation. But
this dude, Legal Eagle, is a monster, bro. And I kind of respect it, but like, bro is attacking this entire law firm saying they do scorched earth and they're an asshole.
Counterproductive to their client.
They're all assholes.
Still, they have a reputation.
Yeah, bro did not sign anti-disparagement, apparently.
But on the other hand, with respect to the NDA, it seems like most of what Dogpack has disclosed was already in the public and is based on accounts from other people, not firsthand.
Yeah, okay, good point. Yep.
Employee to make it seem like he has inside knowledge. But from what I've seen, he seems to be relaying what other people are talking about rather than...
Scorched Earth, both go to jail. That's the freaking... Dude, that's the real ending. That's gonna be the fun ending, bro. And then we got people rioting to try to get him out.
Using his own...
Yeah, this is actually a really great line, bro. He's saying Dogpack claimed to be an employee, and that's true for a little while, but the things he's saying aren't based on that, so the NDA has nothing to work off of. Because he's not saying things from when he was a first-hand employee. He's not using information from that. He's using other information. He's just using it to clickbait. And that's probably fine.
He certainly used his status as an ex-employee to make it seem like he has inside knowledge.
It seemed like it,
but from what I've seen, he seems to be
but he's not actually doing that.
Other people are talking.
Yes, and then Jimmy and Dogpack are in the same cell. Oh my goodness! And then it's a new Mr. Beast video. Holy crap! A new Mr. Beast Dogpack collab video where they're both in the cell together. I spent 20 years in a cell with my boss / with my employee. That's crazy.
His own first-hand knowledge. But without knowing the terms of the NDA, it's hard to say how much trouble...
I'll direct it. So true. It'll be hosted on my channel.
But on the other hand, it might not be a good look to sue a critic out of existence, another fellow YouTuber, Plus, it just creates more of a Streisand effect, too. But love him or hate him, if you're tired of seeing all the Mr. Beast clones on YouTube, you can see the best videos from the highest quality creators on today's sponsor, Nebula. And it's your last chance to sign up before the price increases on September 1st. Because Nebula is
the entire end is just the ad? Okay, so that's the end of the video, I guess, because the rest is just him advertising. Dogpack went off on Ludwig for asking what videos Dogpack worked on, like for trying to breach his NDA. Oh, yeah, because that would be a breach, huh? I mean... Ludwig didn't mean to try to get him to breach his NDA, I assume, because that's a bit crazy to do. I just feel like, well, it's Mr. Beast, he's a billionaire, but he has resources. He has the resources to destroy him. I can't see how he's possibly able to survive this. Yeah, I mean, if you mean resources, if you mean like really, really well-paid legal teams, then Dogpack would have to be playing this really well to dodge all the problems, which isn't impossible, but. He said he worked in parts on the yacht video. Oh, he did say that. But he did. Okay, he said he worked on the yacht video, but he didn't say that I was there and it wasn't cleaned up. Or no, did he say that? Oh, yeah. I mean, maybe that's an NDA violation because he was saying that like the camp stuff. So that would have been not from when he was working there, when he was talking to the camp. And then, like, other things he was saying about, like, the video. He said he was on the campsite. I guess I would wonder... Yeah, I mean, that could have been an ouch. Again, we don't know what the NDA, what he's allowed or not allowed to say. We don't know what's in the agreement, but I could see that being a spot that he gets attacked. He implied that you could go there and it wouldn't be clean. Yeah, he definitely implied things, but I don't know if he was implying it based off of first-hand experience or if he was just kind of implying it based off of, like, other stuff. And because I think the important part sounds like first-hand experience with NDAs, but, you know, obviously I'm not a lawyer. Yet. The lawyer arc, imagine. Okay. That was a I liked this video. I feel like the beginning had me the most about the lottery stuff. I thought that was really interesting. Though it not necessarily it not applying to YouTube because it very specifically doesn't target online content makes it into a kind of like who knows thing. Because that was one of my big things. And then him getting one guide was kind of crazy. He played it off as being based on the correspondence with the camp, I think. Yeah, I would agree. But that's kind of the vibe I got, which means it wouldn't have been firsthand, which means it wouldn't have been NDA as far as I can tell. But, you know, it's a little bit squiggly, it's a little bit muddy. So I could see something getting attacked here. This is so funny that he spends an entire minute just yapping about a random commenter, and he's saying, don't trust people on the internet, that's Canada. Screw Canadian law. He basically just attacks Canadian law randomly. That was so funny. But yeah, and then the point of all this stuff was, he says all this stuff, but then he says it doesn't even count because it was on the internet.
Don't mean to cast aspersion.
Which is kind of crazy too. The NDA also muddied a lot of his points now that I think about it. Would explain a lot of the issues I had with the first video. Gotcha.
He's on this YouTuber. He's upfront about the fact that he's not a lawyer. But this is what often makes...
Dang. I'm going out on a limb and say Amazon isn't too concerned about shady business practices. Funny comment. Rigged, illegal, whatever it is. That raccoon is a paid actor is hilarious. The more I learn about laws, the more I feel that something illegal doesn't mean it's more... Whoa. Oh, wait. The more I learn about laws, the more I feel that just because something's legal doesn't mean it's moral. Yeah, that's true. Carry a Dickman? No way.
I personally...
Someone's name? Carry a Dickman. This guy's literally called Carry a Dickman. That's unbelievable, bro. I wish I was him. Could you imagine being like, yo, what's good? What's good, baby girl? My name's Carry a Dickman, but you can carry mine. You know what I mean? How do you contact Eagle Team? It's like the bat signal? Yeah. It's like the bat signal. He actually showed off the, it was the Eagle signal. He showed it off right here.
Signal.
Yeah. So you just light it up and then Eagle Team assemble. Dawson doesn't claim that everything he discusses is illegal content. Basically, he says that faking content and rigging contests is very sketchy. especially since MrBeast's brand is based on honesty. I agree with that. Yeah. Is Dawson Dogpack's name? It sounds like. Can't wait for the paid raccoon to be a witness on the stand. Facts. If MrBeast didn't consider the ethics of locking someone in a lit room, maybe his NDAs are not that tight either. Good point. Good point. Yeah. Read the tweet. Can you link? You can link the. Do you want to link it somewhere else if it's not working in YouTube, like on Discord or something? I really need to figure out my YouTube thing a little bit better because it's a little bit of a mess. Sorry, I'm looking over my Discord right now. Dang, this has been a crazy little arc though. Part 3. Part 3 sounds like we're gonna be doing. It was a link from Zoe. It was a Twitter link. M20. Okay, here we go. Okay. Oh, he made a video. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. Video. New video. New video. It's a 2-minute video. That company policy wasn't professionally worded at all. The NDAs might be very good. Might not be very good either. Yeah, maybe. Because that policy company no does not mean no. Crazy. Okay.
So, MrBeast's legal team did send me a cease and desist, and here's my official response to that.
Yeah! He's making one of these. Baby, bet. Look at that. Yo, the Hitler reference.
Give it. Save the ocean. We get slapped.
Mark Rober attack. We're gonna have to go back on this. Facts. Chandler, my goat. That's an anime. What anime is that, bro? Deadman Wonderland, gotcha. Whoa, dude, that's crazy. Wait, that's me! Wait, that's me! That's me right now. I'm doing the commentary thing. Ah, shit, I got called out. My fault. You got me, dog pack. That ain't me though. That ain't me. I'm not trying to defend. I'm just trying to watch. I'm just trying to enjoy this. I'm watching this the same way I watch anime, bro. Just having a good time watching it and trying to like make takes, bro. It's the same thing. The entire world is just a stage for reacting. Oh, you don't gotta hit XQC, bro. Poor XQC, bro. No, I'm not gonna say poor XQC. Listen, I like XQC. I think he's funny. I would never listen to him in a debate. I'm sorry, XQC. I love you, brother. You're funny. It is what it is. Wait, did XQC react to this and just laugh? Oh, that'd be funny, bro. Jacksepticeye being right. Jacksepticeye goat. Goated. So true. Damn. I must be getting too flashy. Y'all shouldn't let work gas me. It's too late cause I'm here to stay and these girls know that I'm nasty. MrBeast Candy Shop? MrBeast Candy Shop? What is that? Send it back to her boyfriend with my handprint on her ass cheek. City talking, we taking notes. Tell him all to keep making posts. Wish he could, but he can't get close. OG so proud. Shadbase is still up? Is Shadbase still up? I thought Shadbase got Yo! Okay. I don't clear up rumors. Where's y'all sense of humor? I'm done making jokes. So true. So true. My haters to consumers. I make vets feel like they juniors. Say your time is coming soon, but just like Oklahoma, mine is coming sooner. Facts. That was a good one. That was a good one. I'm still out here getting cuter. All these social networks and computers got these pussies walking around like they ain't losers. I told you long ago on the road. True. Yo, oh my, that one's crazy. This one's crazy, bro. Oh no, bro. Cause it's the kids. That's crazy. Again? What? Okay, I think that's the end. My sources that I made it the fuck up. It just, okay, it bugs at then. That's all he had. Oh, just kidding. James Turrell still holds the record for most amount of YouTube subscribers lost in a single day. He's basically saying we're gonna break the record. He's saying we're gonna break it. Wait, is this XQC reacting to this?
Oh, was this the guy I interviewed today?
I just want to... see, this is why, dude, bro likes it too. That's so funny. That's so funny. I love, dude, it's so funny. It's so funny. Another Mr. I don't trust you. I don't trust you, FBI, so I'm gonna copy paste this into another window. Oh, it is a Mr. Beast video. It's just reading the entire dictionary. Why would I watch this? The raccoon, by the way.
What about the raccoon?
Raccoon was... Dude, the raccoon, in reality, it's much worse than being a paid actor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a domestic raccoon that they brought to the set, and they're like, sort of treating it like a prop. They're putting it in the ceiling and then pretending like, you know, they just discovered it.
Yeah, exactly.
But then there's a scene where somebody off camera takes the raccoon and like throws it onto the bed, and I'm sure you can pull this clip up. The edit is very strange because there's a zoom in and pan up, so it like hides the fact that the raccoon is going on the bed.
Yeah.
What it's really doing is hiding the fact that someone's throwing the raccoon.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we were saying.
In post of Jimmy saying, "Oh man, the raccoon just ran in the hotel or whatever," and they're like screaming at it and shit. So it's like almost, I wouldn't say animal abuse, but like it's kind of borderline mistreatment when you're just like using it as a prop and then just scaring it for no reason.
Yeah, I don't like the whole. Yeah, that's bizarre. Yeah, that's really weird.
Okay, so that's pretty much what we already thought there. What's this?
What's up, weirdos? Mr. B.
This is an hour. Is this good? Who is this? Ukuleles are going out of stock these days. Not an hour good, not worth an hour. Is this a Mr. Beast channel reaction? What does that mean? There's Ava.
Beast, or as his doctor,
first 15 minutes are about Ava, but it's
James Stephen Donaldson is currently living through his worst nightmare. Last year, I made a video breaking down why people feel a little.
This is starting to get a pretty reacception. We're starting. Are we getting lost in the sauce right now, chat?
A little bit uncomfortable with Mr. Beast.
We might be getting lost in the sauce right
charity
now.
And how it feels a little bit weird. Basically, my thesis of that video being he cares so much about being beloved. Like, yeah, because of bullshit. Like, fuck alone. Like, who gives a shit? It's just that right-wing grifter thing where they just see a trans person and decide to shit all over them so that they can get some likes from their transphobic followers. That's all it is. Which is what makes what Ava did so fucking frustrating. Really always with her kid and doesn't even go on shoots to spend more time. They just want to villainize trans people. When they realize and accept that they don't actually care, they want to move the goalposts so they can go see trans people bad. That was the entire conversation surrounding Ava, and whenever I would see something, I'm like, leave it the fuck alone. Like, who gives a shit? It's just that right-wing grifter thing where they just see a trans person and decide to shit all over them.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like jumping on trans people is like such a dumb move here. I don't know why people would do that.
So that they can get some likes from their transphobic followers. That's all it is.
It sounds like
which is what makes what Ava did so fucking frustrating.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. It's just kind of throwing the match and like throwing the optics and and it's like adding fuel to a fire that already should be put out, you know? You can always hop on the YouTube VOD and react to your reaction from an hour ago. This is a really good idea, I think, actually. This one is kind of just an interview. No, not about Chris. Sorry, I'll move. I unfortunately can't speak too much on that, but I believe someone else would reach out to you as more informative. The big thing I can talk about is just how much other stakeholders. This guy's yapping. Let's move forward. Tyler on this page, so they did. There we go. People sleeping in the office because they work. There we go.
So anyway, my interview with Jake Weddle, chose to interview him. I thought he was perfect because.
Jake Weddle. Shout out Jake Weddle. Shout out Jake Weddle. We really learned to like Jake Weddle, huh? Oh, I need to subscribe to Jake Weddle. Alright, we're gonna keep this going for a second. We need to subscribe to Jake Weddle. Dog Pack 404. It was in the link. It was linked here.
I'm hungry.
Hey, welcome back to the channel.
Overnight, did not sleep, drank a bunch of caffeine.
Now where's my video? Okay, there we go.
She's wearing. So it's mostly just him talking. Also, like, final thing.
This guy's dedicated. This guy is dedicated. He was dedicated. Alright, I'm done with this bit. Fuck this bit. Okay, we gotta do something else. The double AC is crazy. True. Yeah. Actually true. The reactor reacts again. Holy shit. I'm reacting so hard right now, chat. Later, it goes on to talk about how Ava also sexually assaulted a partner she had and about the terrible conditions the contestants are going through at Beast Games. They're ending up in hospitals and stuff. Oh my goodness. Can you throw a dart real quick? Yeah. Alright, chat. You think I'm gonna get the dart? Alright. Alright, chat. Ready? Ready? What's this video, chat? What's this video, chat? I'm the dart monkey. Is this good? Mr. Beast is covering up everything. Videos edited, comments deleted. I mean, yes. I already agree with this completely. Sure.
And before some people
Whoa. This video was removed because YouTube was openly and blatantly throttling it. Haven't had a video do that bad in years, let alone a video about a popular subject while my cancel was relatively... Wow, I actually... That's probably true. This one's good? Alright, we'll watch this one. $1 censorship versus $1 million censorship is really funny, actually. Right there. Okay.
On why I'm even talking about this in the first place, I think it's pretty important to understand why and how the richest and most popular people in the entire world get away with doing unethical things. This is basically a case study in how that ends up happening.
Good night,
This is where we need a tremendous amount of context, which has been hashed and rehashed by pretty much every single commentary channel on all of YouTube. Because of that, I'll condense it as
yes, I love to commentate on things. I love giving my opinion. I love having takes. Yes. Now give me attention and give me views.
Much as possible.
Anyways.
And skip through to the important stuff. Mr. Beast, world's largest social media influencer. If you haven't heard of him, which you...
I've always been a commentary channel. All I commentate on is anime. Now I'm commenting on other stuff. It's all commentary.
Probably have, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video.
It's all commentary all the way down.
On that team are a number of individuals, one of which is named Chris Tyson, choosing to now go by the name Ava. This person has become the centerpiece of a wide-ranging social media scandal for a variety of reasons.
On Roblox, so true.
One of those reasons is their enthusiastic association with an artist named Shadman.
Oh, we're bringing in the Shadman stuff.
Shadman is...
Wait, is that what Shadman looks like? I had no idea this is what Shadman looked like. That's crazy.
He's an NSFW, not safe for work style artist who specializes in something called...
And other characters such as Elastigirl.
It's really strange to sit here and talk about this stuff, but...
Wait, censored because of what? Censored because YouTube is completely throttling the video on upload, and this word might be the reason why, not sure.
It's really strange to sit here and talk about this stuff, but in order to fully understand the situation, kinda have to.
Yeah, that's true. Kind of true. No games choosing to go by. I mean, yeah, that was a little. I didn't make a comment on it because, like, the dude did say that this is the new name. It was worded a little strange, but it's still.
It's a Japanese
I didn't
term referring to quote,
jump on it.
Fictional
obviously.
media that focuses on young or young-looking girl characters,
Oh,
particularly in a
LOLI.
or manner. End quote. The thing to understand is that Shadman is the subject of extreme controversy after a series of decisions resulted in his flat-out expulsion from university and the creation of explicit artwork by him featuring his 8-year-old daughter of another famous YouTuber named Keemstar, which is an entirely
This is crazy. That's crazy.
Chris Tyson, for what seems like rather disturbing.
That's so
is
disgusting.
an outspoken fan of this artist, even so far as to have a poster of Shadman's work hanging on their living room wall as, quote, a centerpiece, thereby connecting the dots between 4 separate parties. Mr. Beast, aka Jimmy Donaldson, the world's largest influencer, Ava Chris Tyson, his employee, Shadman, an explicit artist, and Keemstar, another massive YouTuber on the platform.
My goodness, what a cross contamination.
There's more about the behavior pattern, actions, and decision-making process of...
I used to like Shadman for the sheer absurdity of the offensive shit. Then he started drawing real kids, and I ran the fuck away. Yeah, I can kind of understand that. Like, because if you start, it's like edgy and it's like, you know, disgusting and whatever, like shock value type beat. Like, yeah, I think that was pretty in the norm back then. But the crazy, really, really, really crazy stuff is like the Keemstar incident. That's where it goes from like, shocking and kind of gross and like whatever, but like I can understand why people would like find that entertaining in like an edgy way or whatever, or you know, for whatever, or like the absurdity of it. Like I can understand that, but jumping to the Keemstar thing where he drew art of Keemstar's kid is so astronomically insane.
And then I'll discuss in just a
So yeah, I can totally understand that position. I can't see the word woke in any of the person's recent titles, so they're not terrible. I think. Yeah, I think this person's fine. I mean, I haven't said anything too crazy so far. I haven't had a problem. I thought it was worded slightly weird, but that's not. I'm pretty sure upper echelon is somewhat right-leaning, if you want to apply that. Is, maybe. So maybe that's a thing, but I haven't had a big problem. It's one of those things that worries me, but isn't a big thing. Yeah, it's like, it kind of was like a, that's not a red flag, that's like a slightly orange flag. It's like dyed a tiny bit.
The important thing to be aware of is that after irrefutable evidence of that behavior came to light, Mr. Beast, Jimmy Donaldson, finally responded, distancing himself and loosely condemning this former employee. Quote, over the last few days, I've become aware of the serious comes back us to around acts, end quote. Hopefully everyone can follow along here, because some of this stuff comes back around later, but that's basically the rudimentary, extremely simplified version of all these events, leading us to July 24th, which is the day that Mr. Beast directly responded to the controversy, distancing himself from Ava Chris Tyson. Well, July 24th of 2024 was also the day that a former employee of Mr. Beast...
Oh, he dropped it that day? I didn't realize that.
Dogpack 404 online.
Dogpack my goat.
Hour-long video
I've quite liked the Dogpack. Dogpack's grown on me.
Of this Mr. Beast media empire, we'll call it, focusing on illegal lotteries, rigged competition...
His thumbnails are so goated.
...and other forms of unethical behavior. So far, Mr. Beast has not responded to any of those allegations. However, in the background...
Chat, I am so excited to hear the Mr. Beast response to these. Mr. Beast, please respond. I don't care if it makes you look bad. I need to be entertained.
Has enlisted
please, man.
2 separate law firms to file cease and desist letters. The original leaks regarding Ava Chris Tyson's behavior...
Part 3! Oh, chat, we're gonna get a part 3, and it's gonna be about a bunch of, like, really bad sexual things. It's gonna be so horrible to watch, but it's gonna be so exciting. Like it'll be interesting, even if it's like horrible, like a car crash.
Remaining footage of the live stream of Chris Tyson's behavior online have been taken down by GitHub. Okay. Remaining footage of the live streams associated with these alleged illegal lotteries has been removed on Facebook, and content discussing the unsafe working conditions of his newest program, Beast Games, which is a production under the banner of Amazon, got shadow banned on social media.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Outside the United States.
Whoa.
I call that a cover-up.
That's
what I've got
insane.
Right now is even worse. To make this possible, I worked with a source named Hope,
that's crazy,
who is incredibly talented in the field of, shall we say, data acquisition. He wants to stay a bit under the radar here, so I won't be linking to any social media pages or anything like that.
Yo,
a big shout out to
we got a hacker
for making this possible. Keep one thing in mind here. Mr. Beast has not responded to anything other than the drama regarding his former employee, Ava Chris Tyson. He hasn't addressed the idea that his team members are forging his signature. He hasn't addressed the idea of running illegal lotteries. He hasn't addressed the safety concerns or the OSHA violations.
Could you imagine what he's doing right this moment? What is Mr. Beast doing this second right now? Probably taking a piss.
Are now percolating through mainstream media or anything to do with predatory practices, underage gambling, or anything like that. But what he did do is launch another video. This one, the newest one.
That's kind of crazy too, actually, yeah. Serve 100 days. Yeah, it is a little crazy that he dropped a new video. I watched the first like 5 seconds of it because I looked in the comments and then I closed it. That's what I did.
Surviving 100 days.
Ludwig did talk about calling Mr. Beast. That's interesting.
Bunker, and the video was immediately met with controversy after various dislike viewing extensions for YouTube showed that the video was receiving hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of dislikes. Well, the accuracy of these extensions got very quickly called into question. Some YouTubers saying that they're wildly inaccurate, others running with the number that the video was being disliked by millions of people. But one YouTuber in particular chimed in, Keemstar, after deleting a post about how many dislikes the video had received, allegedly showing footage directly from Mr. Beast about the real numbers. This footage, apparently from August 3rd to 4th, showed 3 million likes but only 37,000 dislikes, which is actually lower than the entire channel average if you look at the typical ratio of 98.2 versus 98.8%. Keemstar firmly asserts that he was not lied to, he was not misled,
bit lower,
and that he believes these numbers are fully accurate. But I would like to assert in my opinion that these numbers are in no way, shape, or form even close to accurate, especially when you consider an
Keemstar defending Mr. Beast is so weird. Yeah, because he is defending him here about the Mr. Beast thing.
Understand.
Which I'm a little confused about. But, like, he's just saying he's not being paid off. I don't know the full scope of what Keemstar's saying.
Let's get to some data. After this video went live, people began to notice that their comments were being deleted.
That's the craziest thing to me.
YouTube does have an auto mod feature that is extremely overzealous with what it takes down. I see it in action sometimes on my own channel. And there's always comments that do, in fact, deserve to be removed. Ones that use extreme language, aggressively linking to off-platform websites for the sake of generating traffic over there, or just genuinely attempting to be disruptive and harmful. However, after analyzing this video for the span of roughly 36 hours, and after putting the puzzle pieces together elsewhere, I find it completely impossible to believe quite literally anything that the MrBeast team says or does as being authentic and honest, because they are engaging in a targeted cover-up that spans across 6 years and multiple separate channels. This right here is the 36-hour period of time where the comment section of that latest video was scraped repeatedly and archived. Green is the total number of comments posted. Red is the total number of comments allowed to remain on the video active.
Whoa! Got him! Huge swaths being deleted at once. That's not how Automod works, right? Doesn't Automod do it continuously? Like when you click it? So this can't be Automod. They would have to make a change and then roll it out, and it would run through and kill a bunch of them.
Over that one single 36-hour period from August 4th to midway through August 5th,
that'd be crazy. I don't think that's
1,000 comments were deleted at a consistent rate, as well as in 2 very large major batches. In addition, we can infer a couple of things from this graph, such as the usage of automatic filters, which would explain why the rate of new comments very suddenly drops off a cliff. Also corroborated by showcasing the number of comments.
Oh, so these don't even... New comments don't get put in. The green line doesn't even get the ones that get caught by Automod.
A couple of things from this graph, such as the usage of automatic filters.
Stop deleting comments and respond to the allegations. Something in Russian, respond to the allegations. We know what you did. Response to the allegations. We know what you did. Jimmy knew. I had 100 people to delete the truth from my comment section. Stop trying to hide the truth. Scripted. Facts. This is your downfall, Jimmy. Making bots to delete hate comments won't help. Stop hiding. Protect minors from Chris.
Which would explain why the rate of new comments very suddenly drops off a cliff. Also corroborated by showcasing...
Because this, to be fair, this is...
the number of comments containing certain...
kind of before the dog pack stuff, I guess.
There's a complete list of the comments, by the way, where you can see things like this, showcasing that all at once, for various keywords and phrases, dozens or even hundreds of comments will disappear in close proximity to each other. For example, comments simply containing the word script were suddenly mass deleted. Comments containing the word fake were mass deleted as well. For the sake of transparency, I'm going to link...
It's after dog pack stuff? Well, I don't... Like, this was like 3 days ago, right? Or... Let me just pull it up. Okay, so this was 6 days ago.
I'm hungry.
The first dog pack video was 2 weeks. Oh, it's 2 weeks.
Do you think attention is the most valuable currency in the world?
Okay, so no, yeah, it would have been after the first dog pack one. Okay, my fault. I kind of thought that Mr. Beast had uploaded this video like a lot closer to this, but because I was kind of thinking if the dog pack video didn't really have time to like sit with people yet, then it mostly would have been comments about the Ava Chris Tyson situation. But it seems that it actually was about the dog pack stuff too. The first episode,
down below
first video.
Description, along with other resources.
Because the scripted stuff, the fake stuff, that would be dog pack.
Anyone that wants to check or go back and see if their comment shows up here. Keep in mind, this is a rough 36-hour snapshot from the 4th to midway through the 5th of August 2024. It's not the entire lifespan of the video. In reality, far more than these 26,000 comments have been deleted, much of it taking place before the data collection process.
Make this most disliked video. Still promoting gambling to kids, huh, Jimmy? Why is nobody using spaces in their comments? This one's funny. Why did this get deleted? Why is nobody using spaces in their comments got deleted? What? That was just talking. I remember looking at the comments of the new Mr. Beast video and seeing people write their comment in Japanese to get past Automod. That's funny.
Managed to directly capture. The real number of total deleted comments is much higher than 26,000. But even with just one portion of data,
FBI, that's crazy coming from you.
That a video where the creators are mass deleting tens of thousands of comments only
it's not a good look to delete comments at all.
And has a lower dislike percentage than the rest of the channel's videos. This is so far outside the realm of actual possibility
I agree.
98.2
is crazy, bro. 98.2, like that's what what I average is like a 98. After all this controversy, your ass is not getting a 98 on YouTube, bro.
Because this effort is far
like that's gonna be hard.
Section of just one individual video. This right here is a video from 6 years ago where Mr. Beast decided to tip delivery guys $10,000. I have my gripes with his social mannerisms and the things that are actually done and said here. But if you scroll down, there's a jump in the most recent comments from 10 days ago to 1 month ago. All comments from the entire month of July were purged from this video. But the question then becomes why? Well, the answer is pretty simple. They were purged because they said things like this. Quote, "Damn, the Shadman poster is actually there," end quote, linking to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. Interesting. There's a lot of these, by the way, for anyone who's curious. They were targeted and mass deleted as soon as they began showing.
Yikes. Come on, gang, the Shadman picture. Sob.
Even more interesting is that if you go to an archived version of this video, you'll see that the length is 12 minutes and 48 seconds. However, the current version on the MrBeast channel is 10
so they cut it out.
6 seconds. Here's why. At roughly 9 minutes and 30 seconds in, as stated in the comments that were mass deleted, a portion of this video was cut out. It showed the team in a living room and on the...
Wow. Yeah, that's so crazy that it's just that... Okay, I don't know why you would ever hang up something like that on your wall. Isn't that just insane? Like I understand if you're kind of got that goon tendency. I understand a gooner, okay? But putting it on your wall, it's like, brother, somebody comes over and you have to explain that? That's crazy.
Wall, sure enough, is a Shadman poster.
Like, you want to have a goon closet? Weird, but okay.
The same poster.
Ava's a terrible person, as it turns out, in general. I don't really know much about other than the child stuff with the Discord stuff and then the Shadman stuff, which is honestly quite a lot already, but...
That Ava Chris Tyson bragged about making a centerpiece of the...
Poor Made in Abyss. Yeah, freaking Made in Abyss is kind of...
Beast went back to a video from 6 years ago. He deleted an entire month of comments, as well as stealth-edited a portion of the video out to hide things.
That's crazy! Yeah, that's not a good look.
Still not done. Turns out the MrBeast...
Because you could have... Honestly, MrBeast could have just blamed Ava for that, no?
Has been hard at work, stealth-editing many more videos. Here's another example. Donating $10,000 to random Twitch streamers. 14 minutes and 41 seconds. However, an archived version is 16 minutes and 11 seconds. And the part that got removed is this. MrBeast sitting in a kitchen in front of a living room with the same poster on the wall.
Oh, with the Shadman poster.
Here's a complete list of the edits made to the MrBeast videos over the past couple of months for anyone curious to go look for themselves. This is all the stuff they're trying to hide on a plate for you. Also, here's a graph of the past few weeks, at least, to visualize it.
Are you talking about MrBeast, Zoe?
Let's just do another one. Tipping Uber drivers $10,000. 11 minutes, 13 seconds. But an archived version...
I don't really know much about the chats either, I'm going to be honest.
Seconds. Once again, the section missing is a sponsorship from Quid, filmed in the very same kitchen, overlooking the very same living room.
Can you just cut out a sponsorship? I feel like you'd get in trouble for that, maybe.
The very same poster from Shadman. This one is funny, by the way, in a very twisted sense of the word. I spent 24 hours straight in prison challenge. Current video, 13 minutes. Original video, 14 minutes and 51 seconds. What did they remove? Well, they removed a roughly 30-second section where Jimmy says to the camera, probably shouldn't break the law because being in jail sucks. And then a section...
Really? Really? He removed him joking about being in jail sucking? That is the most throw move I've ever seen. You're hiding from a joke that you made about being in jail because you don't want to give people, like, a way to meme you as being in jail. That's so troll. It's his team, not him. I mean, that's all MrBeast team. MrBeast is kind of...
Jail sucks. And then a section where Jimmy describes how he would hate to go to jail for a few years. Also some parts...
That's so troll. I mean, no, you can't... There's no way his videos are getting edited without his approval. Like, he at least said, like, go edit them. And I assume he gave some instruction. If he wasn't clear about it, then it's his fault for telling them not clearly. He doesn't know how... He did not know people would find the edits. Facts, yeah, facts. But I feel like it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, which is one of the truths of reality, bro. He's running from this, and that is exactly what's bringing him to this, bro. He didn't by making these edits, I think he tipped people off to the things that he didn't want people to see. How did he not know people would find the edits? Oh no, okay, I read it. I did read the opposite, but still true. Because yeah, why would he think it wouldn't work? Yeah, because that's kind of what I'm. Yeah, that's a misplay. That's him being dumb. My fault, misread.
And then a part where he asks Chris Tyson,
when people on his team made that it's to tip people off, now we're cooking.
If you were to ever go to jail as a meme. And then a part where he asks Chris Tyson, if you were to ever go to jail, what would it be for? Which is an odd thing to go back and edit 6 years later.
That's
but
crazy.
I think you're starting to get the point. Because the Mr. Beast channel is
one.
going back more than half a decade to stealth delete all sorts of content and associations, as well as tens of thousands of comments to cover up whatever they can. Still not done. Mr. Beast has multiple YouTube channels, and one of those channels, publicly, appears to not have any videos on it. Except it does. They're unlisted videos. And August 1st, 2024, after the controversy started, that channel, once again, shout out to Hoboon, who is an absolute fiend when it comes to archiving.
They did delete a few Mr. Beast 3 videos on the 1st of August. If you buy this shirt, I'll sign it. Send viewers personalized video messages. Buy this before it's too late. $100,000 fight house tournament. So those sound like maybe the lottery type business
ones.
As
of August 1st, that channel pulled down 4 unlisted videos. These 4.
Wow.
We have them right here.
These 4, we have them right here? This is a hype video.
We have them right here. One of them is a fragment of the live stream where the alleged illegal lotteries took place. This one starts right from the beginning with a stone-cold statement by Jimmy that he will be signing the t-shirts, but he'll try to convince his team to sign them as well. And sure, it was a different stream where his team accidentally showcased that they forged his signature on the merchandise, but there is a reason that they are making so many stealth edits to all of their content and pulling down pieces of evidence across the entire brand. Only word that makes sense, any sort of logical sense here, is cover-up. Side note, as someone who has such
That's 2 words, but I'll let it slide.
And personal animosity for Shadman, I find it baffling that Keemstar, of all people, and Drama Alert are willing to believe at face value a numerical claim from Mr. Beast about the dislikes of his latest video.
That's kind of crazy.
Claim appears to be just flat out impossible. I also find it interesting as their team frantically runs around deleting sections of their prior videos.
Yeah, not sure what's going on with Keemstar there. I assume it's just a being dumb moment, but I don't know.
By Shadman and delete jokes they made or scenes with Chris Tyson where he's acting strange and kind of inappropriate. As all of that happens, some of the largest voices in the community are willing to just take things that they say at face value. That's very strange to me. Most of all, however, I want to say once again that the metaphorical levy has broken. There's more coming, and soon, which dials up the intensity here, because the level of predation and unethical behavior, in my opinion, going with my gut here, which all of you will be able to weigh in on very soon, is much, much higher than what is known publicly right now. This is part 1, very soon. In my opinion, going with
the predation and unethical behavior is a lot higher than right now, what we see.
Is much, much higher than what is known publicly right now. This is part 2 of the cover-up
That's crazy,
so far, but I want to end it all by summarizing the total picture. After allegations of illegal lotteries, rigged game shows, and predatory business behavior took place, the Mr. Beast team responded by sending multiple cease and desist letters. The original leaks of behavior by Chris Tyson, Ava Chris Tyson, got pulled. Criticism of unsafe working conditions got shadow banned on social media. Evidence of the live streams on Facebook got deleted. Evidence of the live streams on a separate Mr. Beast YouTube channel got deleted. Entire months of comment section activity got purged. Videos got stealth edited to remove any sign of Shadman's artwork. Videos got stealth edited to remove all sorts of jokes and remarks by and about Chris Tyson. Tens of thousands of comments got pulled from the latest challenge, and all of this happened before the most damning allegations come out. Because those, I expect, are right around the corner. My part to play in this is relatively small, actually, but I find myself intrigued by how it's all unfolding as the world's largest social media creator unravels. It's a media empire built on exploitation. A lot of people know that.
This is so exciting, bro.
Deep inside as they watch that type of content. But now it's being pulled to the surface, and seeing the response, the cover-up, as I call it, in real time.
It's like
a history-making internet experiment on the grandest scale imaginable,
Exactly.
Right in front of all of us.
Exactly, and that is fascinating because it's like the idea of covering things up by stealth editing, deleting comments. It's like it's like watching media manipulation in real time, which is like I feel like I've never seen on like this scale before, but this is just going to be the future of how the world works, bro. Like you kind of see with politics of like all, you know, all the fake news, deep fakes, blah blah blah, you know, that type business. It's like that genre of manipulation where, you know, stealth edits, comments being erased, yama yama yama. It's fascinating. It's so cool. I've never seen that type of thing before, man. And it's completely it's like a new type of warfare, bro. It's information warfare. Pink is the type of guy who would love reacting to the world burning. I mean, I'd rather like reacting to it than not like reacting to it. Make the best out of a bad situation.
My role is simply to watch, listen, commentate, and inform. Also,
my role to enjoy.
Mr. Beast team,
I don't need to commentate and inform. I'm just doing this for fun.
Are being watched. You are being watched.
Yeah, Pink Team. It's defamation. Get him, please.
By an unknown number of anonymous viewers, and you are being watched by people who aren't as easy to manipulate, at least not compared to the audience you typically exploit. We do not forgive. We do not forget. Expect us. That's
expect us.
After whatever it is that comes next, and something will come next. But for now, check out the links down below. A special VPN deal, social media.
He got an early version and pre-made a vid for part 2. Oh my goodness. The expose people are working together. That is so hype.
Locals and Patreon, etc. But I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you.
I'm on the expose's team, bro. They're fun, bro. They're on the attack, bro. Check out this giraffe. Yeah. Giraffe walking. Feeling good, tail swapping. Okay. What is this? Oh, with the extension dev. By now, 87k users with the extension disliked the video and only 56k liked it. A very good portion of these users were created a long time ago. If you want to believe that these dislikes are botted, someone would have to come up with this plan over a year ago. And only today would they attack Mr. Beast. Regarding the figure in the screenshot, I simply do not see it possible for the video to be performing better than the average despite all the controversy. Agreed, yeah, that's the craziest thing, bro. It could be that YouTube is not updating because dislike counts in YouTube Studio, or updating the dislike counts in YouTube Studio for some reason. And inaccuracy is definitely possible due to how controversial. After all, the extension serves 20 million people on a budget of $500. It will never be as accurate as Google. You can imagine the estimate being wrong by 2 or 3 times in the dislike count simply because how different an average member of MrBeast's audience is from an average dislike extension user, but the numbers from the screenshot are simply impossible. As of August 5th, 130,000, 70,000. Wow. Yeah, why did he give a number that was better than the channel average? That's brain dead. That's actually so dumb. Because, yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, M20. It was in the video. From Upper Echelon, I think, right? Where it was 98.2 or something. That's crazy. That's a crazy number to be pulling. Look at this. Mr. Beast's cover-up has begun. Skill-matched matchmaking is good? Mr. Beast is just deleting everything. Like, look at the view discrepancy, too. Like, nobody cares about this skill-based matchmaking point. Because it has nothing to do with Mr. Beast, you know? That's so funny. Maybe Keemstar intentionally forged it to put suspicion on Mr. Beast. That is some million IQ play. Things aren't bad. They're actually really good. Look how well this vid is going. Yeah, it's complete denial cope. Very well said. And then, what's this? Oh, this is the dog pack part 2 response. I liked the first one that we just watched. Let's maybe watch one more of these.
If you haven't already, press pause. What I'm discussing today.
Okay, press pause. Now what?
Today is predicated on ex-employee testimony. If you haven't already, press pause. What I'm discussing today.
You can't tell me to press pause and then keep talking. You haven't given me anything.
Predicated on ex-employee testimony from a man named Jake Weddle, who worked at Mr. Beast in 2019 and 2020. Who has just now done a public interview about his experiences at the company.
I'm no deviant. Bah.
I'm gonna link to both of their channels down below in the description as well.
Bro, if Mr. Beast's team is lying to Mr. Beast with the dislike thing, that would be freaking crazy. There's no way, bro. There's no way. That'd be crazy.
And I encourage everyone to go watch it.
Oh, he's saying go pause to go watch the new
video.
video.
A lot of very serious allegations, and it's the basis for what I want to focus on right now.
Why are you doing pause? He didn't tell me to, because he doesn't control me, chat. Just like I don't control you. You have to choose your own destiny, chat.
But watch that before you click resume. I'll do a short summary.
Before you click resume? Alright, well, we did it. We did it.
A few things that
keep streaming, Pink. Alright, we're ending stream, y'all.
In proper context. So again, there's a new video from Dogpack404 interviewing former Mr. Beast employee Jake Weddle, and it deserves to be seen. Okay, assuming that all of you watching here forward have seen that video, I'm going to go out on a limb here and also assume that you'll fully understand why my tone is about to shift. The stuff that...
But if I do, you will have told me what to do, so would I have chosen my own destiny? If I give you the key to your freedom and you unlock your chains, you're still free.
Company has
so I can choose to dislike and unsubscribe? You definitely can. I would advocate you do not.
Disgusting. And I'm starting to hold...
Because listening to me isn't obeying me. You know what I mean?
Simplicity is flat out required. Otherwise, we would never actually be in this horrible situation. I'll do a short form summary here for those that need it, but I can't state this firmly enough. You need to watch the actual interview. It's rather emotional at times.
It was great. It was a great interview.
That until now never received proper attention.
Sure.
It raises serious questions about ethics and behavior. But yeah, here's a quick summary. Jake Weddle is a former MrBeast crew member and camera personality who participated in multiple skits and videos about 4 to 5 years ago. His role was somewhat secondary, taking part in pranks.
This is a crazy
challenges where he would directly fake his reactions and play into the jokes as best he could. But it wasn't until after he was let go from the company, let go because he attempted to negotiate better pay and benefits for himself and one other employee, that things got really bad. Jake was offered an opportunity that they pitched to him as some sort of easygoing...
I mean, dude, just imagine, as part of this, though, he literally was fired, and then he was brought back for a video that was, like, very bad for him. Like, why? Like, there's a reason that I think they didn't choose a different employee. Pink, can I win $1 million if I subscribe? If you subscribe right now, I'm giving one of my new subscribers in the next 30 seconds $1 million. Ding, ding, ding. Go subscribe now.
Luxury vacation type challenge where he would be spending 100 days.
I am Mr. Breast.
He was told they needed roughly 30 days to actually make it.
Yo, I got one! Shadramir! Shadramir, thank you for the subscription. Is Shadramir gonna get the $1 million? Do not let that work, chat. Chat, you're gonna give me the wrong idea, bro. Where is my money? Okay, r// ban Shadramir Osu. There we go. So this is what we do, chat. We bait for money, and then we ban people and do the cover-up. No, thank you for the subscription, though. That was funny. Yes, now give me your Prime subs!
The video.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean, Terminus. That's what I was trying to lead to. I would not be surprised if they invite him as a lab rat because some people, or Jimmy, were still mad at him. Yeah, I think they chose him because they didn't like him that much. So they knew what they were doing. Like, there's no way, right? Put subscriber goals on the top right corner of your screen. True. It would take a while to set up. Remind me to do it later. Remind me after stream. I'm probably not going to actually stream that long. I'm going to be really honest. Because I want to work on the Fate video. I ended up... Random thing, I'm so sorry. But... eventually, I thought this weekend I was going to be going on a trip, which was really going to hoe me, but I'm not, so that's good. And it makes me feel like I can actually, like, chill a tiny bit.
That's the game, by the way.
So,
play nice and...
We're chilling.
Maybe Jimmy...
I'm not actually going on my trip this weekend.
He gives you a chance to dance.
It's insane, because that would be malicious intent. Yeah, I think so. I think that would probably happen. I doubt he'd intentionally do a revenge hire. Revenge is too strong of a word, but, like, I do think that he probably looked at all the different people and were like, okay, we're putting somebody into, like, a solitary confinement thing. Let's pick somebody that, like, I don't like as much. I think that makes so much sense, right? As opposed to somebody else. Do it so it shows, like, 9 out of 10 subs and never make an update is genius. That's so funny. Yeah, like, I don't think he would be like, I'm doing this to make this guy suffer, but it would probably be like, I'm doing the more sus... Well, actually, I don't know. Because it was hundreds of thousands of dollars he was promising the guy. So maybe it wasn't that malicious intent. I actually don't know. Because if he actually hated the guy, he wouldn't give him a bunch of money. But yeah, the lights thing was really bad, and that was probably, like, somewhat malicious. I think there was some maliciousness in there, but probably not all of it.
Shove a little money up your asshole. But this challenge went decidedly horribly wrong. The video itself never got released because the conditions they subjected him to were inhumane. For the sake of content, they put this man in a room with an ice cream machine and a hot tub and fluorescent lights with fresh paint, but they never turned the lights off. Never. The ice cream machine would either bump...
Wait, that's genius. 100 sub goal, I finished Outer Wilds, and then it always says 99 out of 100, and it never updates.
Barred him with never-ending noise or assault his sense of smell with mildew and dairy mold, while the hot tub began to stink very quickly because it was never hooked up to a proper filtration system. Small complaints, you might say. Some of you definitely will say that in the comment section, but when losing access to the sun, Jake lost access to his circadian rhythm. He experienced acute
and no
insomnia,
clock, no
which
clock too.
may even be the root cause for
and
future
the lights
insomnia
on.
that he then experienced. And with no access to clocks, he became the guy in the cage for content, where Jimmy would occasionally drop by and ask him to say things like, "Thank you for the money, now I can pay my student loans," so he would appear more grateful for the camera. There's a lot of very, very personal testimony he gives, and honestly, I just wouldn't do it justice by summarizing, but the end result is that he would face a tremendous amount of pressure to conform. Mr. Beast was spending a ridiculous amount of money on the set. He was spending a ridiculous amount of money on the equipment and the labor, all for the sake of a video, which would recoup those losses if it was entertaining enough, thereby leaving Jake as the one very human keystone point of failure in the media machine. The pressure to conform was palpable, even to a point where he was told that one of the smaller challenges was running a literal marathon on a treadmill.
This was so crazy to me.
To the detriment of his own body. What resulted is quite honestly tragic, but again, you should hear these things from him, not some other YouTuber summary. His testimony speaks to something a lot of us already felt in our bones. We just didn't have the evidence of it. Mr. Beast, in my opinion, is ruthlessly exploitative. But towards the end of the video, we get something else, something alarming, and something that happens to synchronize in one of the worst ways possible with prior revelations about Beast employee behavior. Jake Weddle, when asked about .pdf files at the company, if you know what I mean, disclosed that a staff member named Delaware was actually a convicted... I'm not actually going to say it. I'll just show it on screen.
Whoa, chat. Look at this. Look at this. Okay. Registration information. Risk level, tier 2, moderate risk. Verified on unknown. Registered since April 21st, 2010. In prison, no. Convicted out of state, no. Repeat offender, no. Age 36 right now. Gender, male. Blah, blah, blah. 6'1". Address is blurred. Here it is. Here it is at the bottom. Description. R-word, 4th degree sexual intercourse, victim less than 18 years old. 11 was what it was. Also, if you had a question, I didn't see it. My chat's sometimes being kind of weird. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay, so it's very specifically intercourse, which is moderate risk. I take back that comment about a dumb action as a 16-year-old. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You can do really bad things and get on the list, or you can do bad things and get on the list. So I wasn't sure the scale of how bad it was. This is pretty bad. Like, pretty insane. So, yeah. My brain rotted as heard tier 2 and immediately wanted to rank up in tier. No. We want tier 0. We want tier 0 on this list, chat. Come on.
The victim was between 1 and 11 years
11 is the age.
This is where it gets tricky.
I don't like when it's saying 1 through 11. Let's just say 11, guys. I mean, I know it says registration, it says 1 to 11, but like, if it was 11, let's say 11. You know, 1 to 11 is let's just be real.
Here is not to witch hunt a specific employee of Mr. Beast who may not even work at the company anymore, though his address is still listed as Greenville, North Carolina in the registry, which is also where Beast Holdings LLC is located. The crime was committed 14 years ago. I'm not plastering his face and address all over a YouTube video at the height of what seems like online rage on the subject.
Smart.
If you wanted to find those details, you could. I'm not really able to deprive anyone of that outcome, but I'm certainly not going to actively participate in it. However, what we learned from the Jake Weddle interview has
been tricky. I mean, and that's a fine thing to assume, because we really just didn't know, right? And so you would kind of like leaning on the side of it. That's leaning on the side of not extremism, and I think that's probably the better spot to lean.
Tense implications on a broader level, and that's where I want to put my focus. This man, referred to as Delaware, is not actually named Delaware. It's his nickname, because he allegedly couldn't go back to the state of Delaware as a result of his crimes. However, Mr. Beast allowed this man to not only be employed at their
I mean, the Delaware nickname, the Twitter thing we read said that wasn't the case.
But targets and manipulates children, with children on set and frequently participating in videos. He also allowed this man to compete in challenges while wearing a mask, as they gave him a new nickname, or should I say, alias, Zorro. Bear with me.
That's
During
weird.
the I spent 24 hours
Why
straight
they give him a
in
new name?
Insane Asylum video, in which Mr. Beast did not spend 24 hours in any such thing himself, Zorro is a main contestant. However, at 9 minutes and 12 seconds, Mr. Beast himself states, "Don't touch Delaware's cracker," during one of the joking meals that they were given.
He's after my hot guy. Don't touch Delaware's cracker. Don't touch Delaware's cracker.
Wait, he leaked his that's, dude. How are they so bad? You're gonna give him a new alias of Zorro, and then you're gonna leave in the video, "Don't touch Delaware's cracker"? Then why is he called Zorro? Just call him Delaware. You're looking so sus.
Simple, innocuous slip presents a very big problem. If Jake Weddle's testimony is accurate, which I believe it is, having compared the height of Delaware, or Zorro, to that of Chandler, as well as eye color, hair color, weight, facial features, etc., it all checks out. If Jake Weddle's testimony is accurate, it means that not only was there a convicted offender working at Mr. Beast, convicted of explicit acts with a victim...
Very bad acts. Very bad acts.
But his nickname was the state in which those crimes occurred, which Mr. Beast himself openly used. Simultaneously allowing him
ouch,
to
that's a big hit.
With a mask on.
Yeah, this is so bad.
Under yet
He had to
another
have known.
alias,
There's
seemingly to
that's so
obfuscate who he
bad.
was.
Him saying the name Delaware in a video is kind of crazy.
See the problem?
While the guy's
It's a
wearing
complicated
mask, that's
situation,
freaking crazy.
but I want to make something very clear. I am not the arbiter of who should and shouldn't be allowed to find work or employment. I don't know
Fair.
the full extent of the situation, but
Fair.
I don't think that someone with a known and joked about criminal past of that nature should be a notable person of authority and influence on a YouTube channel with tens of millions of underage followers at the time, that targets and psychologically exploits children deliberately as their primary audience demographic.
Yeah, I mean, that's really well said, right? Like, if bro wants to go work in, like, I don't know, go work construction, go work like electrician, I don't freaking know. Yeah, like, that's kind of how it is, you know? But this is really sus.
That seems like a bad fit.
And I felt
I mean, I have a thought. Hiring a sex offender makes it easy to control them, because barely anybody else would hire you, so you can ask them to do anything without them complaining. Just a thought. That's kind of cooking. Wow. I mean, that's a kind of crazy idea.
I invited them to our warehouse,
you know,
and surprisingly, they followed me.
Don't follow strangers, kids.
Just to emphasize this, working at Mr. Beast makes you a celebrity to children.
He had the most job experience. Is crazy.
Fans, underage fans, by
that's
at
crazy.
Mr. Beast makes you a celebrity to children. You have fans, underage fans, by nature of the very job itself, especially if you participate on camera.
Yeah,
Delaware
that's true.
participated on camera. And this is where we need to connect the dots and use our context adult brains, because this no longer appears, in my opinion, to be a simple case where the employer has no idea about the background of the employee and therefore can't really be held accountable for them as a proxy. Combine all of that with a propensity for the secret deletion of evidence, combine it with the Ava Chris Tyson scandal, combine it with everything else we've come to understand over the past few weeks, and I see something that is quite frankly horrifying. Circling back to my original point, if the world's largest influencer, he wasn't the largest at the time of all this, I suppose, but still tens of millions of followers and viral content every single time he posted. If one of the world's largest influencers is employing a man whose nickname is the state he can't go back to because of that particular type of crime, while the influencer jokingly uses that nickname, allows him to wear a mask on set with a code name of Zorro, and that influencer's best friend undergoes a viral scandal over the course of weeks, which involves controversial behavior in a Discord server with minors, a Discord server with
look at the spelling for minors.
The influencer, who might also be a part of that, by the way. What exactly am I supposed to think here? What is
who knows if the Zorro guy was part of that or Delaware was part of that?
I've heard from a source that I have not verified completely as of just yet, full disclosure, claiming that Mr. Beast is directly hiring private investigators to find dirt on the people criticizing him. And while that's mostly relegated to a few central figures, he's allegedly doing this for the purpose of character assassination.
That's
we start seeing crazy stuff come out now about everyone out there who's calling his media empire into question. Well, in my mind, that'd be pretty telling, because so far the avenue available to him, the avenue where he just fucking apologizes and makes meaningful changes to the predatory structure of his company, seems to be the only avenue he's completely unwilling to go down.
I mean, if he, dude, the Mr. Beast redemption arc would be lit.
For his video.
If he got called out and then just rose to the occasion, said, yeah, we've done some things, we've tried to change for the better, we've got a team now, we've got this now, you know, and let's fix this shit, let's make this happen. Like, that would be kind of smart. That's the crazy thing, bro. Mr. Beast, I thought you were supposed to be a genius. I thought you were supposed to be the new Da Vinci of YouTube. How are you screwing this all up? How are you throwing the match? How are you letting these people get you so much? Right? I thought he was going to be lit. I thought he was going to be able to make it happen. I thought he was going to be able to rise to it. I thought he was a genius. I thought he was going to be able to make it happen. You know? Never admit your mistakes, but like, I mean, yeah, but I feel like, bro, the best way to get fame was this. Now it's changed, so he needs to change. He will do it, but it'd still be the same thing. Maybe the next video is chess checkers match with a doctor. They'll do it anyways, but LMAO. Yeah, I mean, like, never admit your mistakes. I just don't think it would work. I feel like it would, like, it's just a gamble. I think not admitting your mistakes is a gamble because maybe you can get people to believe you, but if you don't, you are dead. Yeah, right? You have killed your channel. But if he was able to make perfect changes, I mean, there's just, I mean, the Beast Games thing is too much. The Beast Games thing that's currently happening, having problems. I think that's the problem. If it was only the stuff in the past, I think he could make a comeback. But since it's stuff that's currently happening, it sounds like he cannot make a comeback. The moral of the story, you want to the moral of the story? The moral of the story, if you make mistakes and, you know, bad practices, you know, like the illegal lotteries, whatever, the video, the solitary video that was never released, if you make really bad mistakes that are unethical, stop making mistakes that are unethical. And then if you get called out, you at least can say that you're trying to be better, and people can take sympathy. But, like, you can't keep making the mistakes. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. So yeah, it is kind of he's hoed from the start, but...
So interviewing Jake Weddle,
But can you truly ever stop making mistakes? You can minimize.
By
not getting called out, you feel like you're untouchable? Oh yeah! The pride becomes fall, right?
Particular paragraph from
100%, 100%.
How to Succeed in Mr. Beast Productions, titled "No Does Not Mean."
Oh, they're bringing up the "no does not mean no." I want to read this. Hi, I'm Jimmy, Mr. Beast. Oh, he wrote this? He wrote this? I no longer get to spend as much time with everyone as I used to. The first dozen employees had unfiltered and unlimited access to me to learn as much as they could about my vision and what I wanted. Sadly, you don't have that luxury, so I thought it would be useful to try to brain dump as much as I can into this silly little book to give new people to help bring them up to speed on everything we've learned over the past decade with this channel. We've been through a lot, and chances are most of the problems you face we've dealt with, so I generally believe if you attentively read and understand the knowledge here, you will be much better set up for success. So if you read this book and pass a quiz, I'll give you $1,000. Sorry in advance for all the run-on sentences and grammar issues. I'm a YouTuber, not an author, haha. He wrote this! He wrote the "no doesn't mean no." That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. And then he, even on his own employees, are saying, I'll give you $1,000.
Wild
crazy.
thing to have.
Okay. Because I've spent almost a decade of my life hyper-processing over YouTube, I can show a brand new creator how to go from 100 subscribers to 10,000 in a month. On their own, it would take them years to do it. Consults are a gift from God. Please take advantage of them. In every single freaking task assigned to you, always, always, always ask yourself first if you can find a consultant to help you. This is so important that I am demanding you repeat this 3 times in your head. I will always check for consultants when I'm assigned a task. This is so crazy. A math, science, vision, approvals budget. Everything you need can be solved by one of the 5 things above. Use math, science, visions, approvals, or budget. Use math, science, vision, approvals, or budget. No does not mean no. We've read. Work on multiple videos every day. Please do not come in and only work on one video during a workday. That's how you fall behind on future videos and create a nasty cycle that I'm trying to stop. If you drop everything and go on all in on one video for 3 days, then that's 3 days your other videos will fall behind. Eventually, you'll have to drop other videos to focus on those videos. It'll snowball. If you ever work on one video during a day, you failed as a Mr. Beast employee that day. Be able to hold a camera. That's kind of crazy. I mean, that just sounds like you're going to make people overwork way too much. Must have spent too much time around
policy emphasizing the intense pressure that contestants like Weddle would be subjected to routinely, and how the company chooses to build its own atmosphere. However, having been given
failed
access
as a
to
Mr. Beast employee.
Myself,
no.
I wanted to read a different paragraph. Quote,
Own your mistakes. Whoa, this guy's got the entire thing. He just went to another section. The lower form of communication, the more The lower the form of communication, the more miscommunication will face. As I'm typing this, you have no idea if I'm laughing, smiling, happy, mad, or sad. You can't read my body language or my face because it's not guaranteed all that you'll understand what I'm conveying. You need more toilet people in the bathroom, and text is probably fine. 1 week out from a video and the thing you are working on just went south, minimum a multi-way call with the heads of the video. Ideally, grab them in real life if you can. The more complex what needs to be said, the higher the form of communication you should use. Call first, then text if they don't answer. Since we are on the topic of communication, ring communication also does not constitute communication unless they confirm they read it. That's actually kind of cooking. I think that's actually smart. That's good practice, right? Yeah, that's smart. I hate excuses. I despise with my entire soul when people try to save face instead of... Oh my goodness, no. I hate excuses. I despise with my entire soul when people just try to save face instead of learn how they messed up. Mistakes are okay. Genuinely, they are, and I expect you to make a lot. That's perfectly fine. Dude, but Mr. Beast, you gotta talk about your own mistakes, bro. Every veteran here has cost me $1 million at one point or another, and you can go ask them yourself if I ever held it over their heads. The reason I'm okay with F-ups is because I know that's how you learn. I see it as me investing in you and your brain. Hence why I have zero tolerance for C players, and they must go immediately. Those F-ups could be done by an A player that will retain the information learned. I just beg that you learn from every mistake and try not to repeat it. That's when it gets annoying. I've never ever once fired someone on the spot for messing up. You have nothing to be afraid of. Own shit so we can address how to fix it and move on. That's so crazy. You gotta apply that to yourself too, brother. Nothing comes before your prios. When you're assigned to tasks, you should have what we call a priority list. If Ali says your priors are get a Lamborghini under 200k, get wrapped in anime characters, make a custom steering wheel, then nothing on this freaking planet is allowed to come between you and getting those priorities done. If the other team asks for your help and you spend 2 days helping them and fall behind on your Lamborghini secured, that's your fault. If the studio is burning down and you stop to work to put out the fire, don't get the Lamborghini, that's your fault. Jokes, haha, but seriously, don't let anything come before your prios.
I hate excuses, and I despise with my entire soul when people just read $1. I'm okay, hence why I mistakes can address how to fix it, and then move on. End quote. Those appear to be the words of Jimmy Donaldson, Mr. Beast himself, and I think it's more than fair to say them back to him now. Own your mistakes. Despising with your entire soul when people just try to save face instead of learning from how they messed up is fundamentally incompatible with the mass deletion of evidence regarding alleged illegal lottery streams, which the Mr. Beast social media team appears to be actively doing right now. Owning your mistakes does not mean manipulation of footage or lying about the competitive nature of your videos, and it certainly doesn't mean obfuscating the identity of a convicted registry offender so that they can work for a child-focused media company. The document contains very strong words from leadership, and I would hope that leadership can also abide by them. Own it. End of the day, I don't know where it all leads because the snowball isn't done rolling yet. There's more, not from me, mind you, more from the veritable army of non-disclosure-bound employees who up till now played nice for the sake of protecting their careers. YouTube's golden boy got very big and very powerful. But that only works when the armor you build is impenetrable. And right now, there is stuff piercing the armor.
There are cracks in that armor.
Personally, I have a very small part to play here. I watch, I summarize, and I offer opinions on the much appreciated bravery of company whistleblowers who are taking it upon themselves to expose and potentially dismantle the predatory media empire of the world's largest influencer. It's a heck of a story so far, and it's a heck of a story going forward.
It's
I guess
exciting.
We'll find out where it all leads. Do make sure to check out
all
Jake
leads
Weddle,
is capitalized,
the original Dogpack video, and subscribe to both of them as well. But for right now, that's it. If you want to support the channel, check out the links down below. A special VPN deal, big discount there, merchandise, Patreon and locals, monthly memberships, and more, but I'll cut it there and stop rambling. As always, thank you all for watching. Question everything, and have a nice night.
Question everything indeed. Question me, bro. Question me and what I'm saying. Use your own brain. We all got one, okay? Use it. The way they're not own their mistakes, and since it's now they are allowed to do what they want with it. The only way he can redeem The only way he can redeem himself, IMO, is actually upload a YouTube video about it and describe how his business practices will change. It is not what he'll do, I bet. He'll post a tweet which is absolutely not good enough after deleting the comments. Yeah, I mean, he would have to do so much, especially with the Beast Game stuff that sounds like it's still coming, and apparently there's a part 3 coming for Dogpack, so it's just gonna get worse. It's just gonna get worse, bro. Which is so exciting for me that has nothing to lose from watching this and is just having a good time, you know? But yeah, I'd be sweating bullets. I would be losing it. Because yeah, I mean, at this point, when you're getting called out and people say, I have more, I feel like you gotta start owning up, or else you're just, like, it's just play optics. You just gotta play optics. The video drops, start stream, and watch the vid ASAP to get most views. Yeah, let's subscribe to this guy. He'll make a tweet hoping that the YouTube people will never learn about the situation while simultaneously trying to appease the cancel crowd. Yeah, well, that's the crazy thing, too. Like, that's what I mean by information warfare, bro. It's like you're choosing where to talk to try to get certain groups to, like, calm down and, like, angry and happy. And, like, that's so weird. And that's just how it is. But what I thought was going to happen is I thought this was going to all come out. And I thought Mr. Beast was about to, like, kind of take control of the situation and show that expertise, right? So I think the most fascinating thing to me is that it seems to be falling apart and it's just getting worse. And that I haven't seen him make a counter move. I haven't seen any Mr. Beast counter moves. Other than like NDAs and maybe private investigators which both sound like bad moves. I mean, the NDAs is a fine move, but like you know, because like, that's fine. But hiring private investigators to character assassinate? You gotta address the claims, because even if you assassinate people's characters, what are you gonna say, like, they're crazy, assassinated character, and therefore they're just wrong? You're just ad-homing. You're just ad-homing everywhere, right? Saying that they're wrong because of character assassination. That does not make sense. You have to address the things. Most of this is nothing burgers. He could so easily just make changes to his business structure. I wouldn't call them nothing burgers, but I would say that they are changeable. A lot of this stuff is changeable, but the damage he has caused is not nothing, you know? There's still, I think he would have to go back and make things more right. Like the stuff with Mark Rober, was that the last video? Where was that? Was it this? About like Team C's being faked? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It's about the likes.
Mr. Beast, a seems creation dream fiction style
Shadman stuff.
Team comment.
What video was that? That was the post that Dogpack. Read the tweet. Which tweet? Which tweet? Link. Is it in Discord? I wonder if they're waiting for them to tire out first and then address stuff. Maybe, yeah. But like, the one I opened. There's more. Oh, I got distracted from all this. I needed to go one by one on these.
Mr. Beast legal team.
We got to go one by one on the slander because I got too excited by XQC reacting to it that I didn't actually like.
Cease and desist, and here's my official response to.
Is that too loud? I'm gonna turn down just a hair.
That.
Dun 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 dun. Other charity, yeah, sure. Hitler, yeah. Where's the money actually go? As of today, all 34 million pounds of trash from Team C's has been removed from the ocean and verified by a third party. Help us? Okay. Who's the third party?
Yep. Save the ocean. We get slapped.
991 days to clean up 8 hours of plastic pollution. Mr. Beast team. The duo launched a crowdfunding campaign to raise 30 million to remove 30 million pounds of plastic and trash from the open. An estimated 90 million pounds of plastic enter the ocean every day. That's crazy. I didn't realize it was that much. So it's, yeah, I mean, it's a third of a day. When he said he was saving the ocean. I mean, it's good. It's still good. Yeah, I mean, cleanup would have to come after other changes, of course. Oops, cleaning the Great Pacific Garbage Patch was probably a bad idea. Many scientists worry that flashy efforts to clean plastic from the ocean do more harm than good. There hasn't been enough talk about the ridiculously unthinkable scale of the ocean plastic pollution problem, or how it intersects with other environmental issues like climate change. And here's a big spoiler alert. Nearly all environmental scientists agree that ocean plastic pollution isn't a problem we can clean our way out of. Poor Mark Rover is getting shot right now. It's not even so good as actually bad. That's crazy. Or was your charity working for Coke? A Coca-Cola conspiracy? You're kidding me, man. You're actually playing right now. There's a Coca-Cola conspiracy mixed into this? You're bringing in Coke? Okay, 56 companies are responsible for 50% of the world's plastic pollution, of which the top 5 are the Coca-Cola Company at the first, and then other ones. Coca-Cola Company, the Ocean Cleanup. The Ocean Cleanup and the Coca-Cola Co. unveil new partnership. The Cleanup was partnering with the largest producer of plastic. The Plastic Cleanup was partnered with the largest producer of plastic pollution? I mean, I guess it'd be good for Coca-Cola to like look better, to be like, hey, we helped with the cleanup stuff. That's probably why Coca-Cola did it. But that's kind of crazy. Darren graduated from the University of Georgia with a degree in management, blah, blah, blah. Worked for Coca-Cola. Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because, I mean, that's just the same thing as always, which is like, big company that causes pollution makes themselves look like they're cleaning up their carbon footprint, but they're not actually like trying to help at all, because if they actually wanted to help, they would cut down on their plastic pollution. Yeah, good example, Ben Chicky. The corporations love individual efforts because they take away from their faults. Yeah. So this is, it looks like another one of those examples. On the go, on the road, selling out to the highest bidder, Coca-Cola maybe. Chandler! I like Chandler. He seems like just a normal dude. Oh no, chat. What if part 3 is the Chandler expose? Chandler, no! Chandler, run! Chandler, get out of there, Chandler. Please. Chandler, run! I hate Nolan. I don't have an opinion on Nolan. I don't really have an opinion on it. Like, I like Chandler because he just seems like a kind of normal dude. But I don't even particularly care for any of them. I don't like media influencers. I love this song, bro. Is Mr. Beast an Elon writer? I didn't know that. Chandler hosts a Mormon sex cult expose video? Wait, are you trolling? What is going on? His strat for appearing in the video is having one good joke and repeating 100 times for the whole recording time. Oh, you're talking about Nolan? Yes, it's troll. Okay. I was about to say. Because, okay, well, the thing about that, if he did host a Mormon sex cult expose video, that would be like Chandler doing an expose as a part, rather than being exposed. So I was kind of, but okay. Uh-oh. Chat, which one am I? Which one am I? I'm this one. I'm this one? There's me. Do I count as commentary? Do I need to talk more to be commentary? Or am I reaction? What am I? Actually, don't answer that. I don't want the answer. Yep, less food, more. What did Pokemon do? Pokemon. Jack! Hey, Jacksepticeye! My goat! Resident Yapper? I'm fine with that. Yeah, and I mean, he's done this before. I remember Mr. Beast saying things in like shorts or whatever, being like, oh, I'm actually poor because all my money goes right back into the channel. That's just crazy to say. I mean, like, you're not poor. Don't pretend to be poor. Putting all the money back in your channel is lit. I respect that move, but that doesn't make you poor. This is kind of crazy. That is his own car. That's the 100K car. This is kind of interesting too. Like in retrospect, you are like, obviously he's not running for president, but he made the tweet about being president. What a fall from grace, bro. He went from being like, I'm gonna run for president, and I was actually thinking, yeah, I'd probably vote for the guy, and then all this happened. I'm actually poor. All my money's actually in the bank and not in my pockets. Facts. Pink, that is what all the rich people do, though. They say they are poor because the money they have is company property. Yeah, I mean, it's dumb, right? That's why the accusations came out. They were scared of the president possibility. Well, brother couldn't be president for another, like, 10 years, bro. He's too young, so... No. But yeah, I mean, sure, we can do I don't understand this. Facts, Billy. Oh, bro, where's GTA 6? Why we gotta keep dealing with all this nonsense, bro? No, I actually like this. I like this. It's giving us something to tide us over. 3 guys bake some cakes? Does anybody know what this one is? I don't know what this one's referring to. It's crazy. I love this one. This one's funny too. I think that was all the big ones. Yeah, that was all the ones that I wanted to go back and check. So let's actually read this tweet a little bit. Bro, this is just giving the boys writers something to work with, bro. That's what's actually happening. Okay. Sure. So, okay. Cease and desist response and update thread. Some updates. I was originally going to expose Mr. Beast's philanthropy...
Hey, wait a minute. Well, wait. Where are you going?
It's over, Dory.
Okay, let's read this. I was originally going to expose Mr. Beast's philanthropy efforts being more for aiding private interests and booting Mr. Beast's image than actually doing anything good, but in that investigation I came across something far more interesting that no one has ever found apart. Part 2 will be more damaging to Mr. Beast's career than Part 1. Okay, we already watched Part 2. As far as Mr. Beast's largest fundraiser Team C's, it's pretty well known that it has no statistically significant impact on ocean pollution. Still, people will say, well, it's better than nothing. This is a drastic oversimplification, doesn't factor in the money, time, effort, and carbon costs associated with raising the money and removing the trash. Also, where did the trash go? Landfills, where over time it will break down into microplastics that blow back into the ocean, or recycling plants? Team C's also promoted the false narrative that plastic pollution is a problem solvable by people, as opposed to, like, companies.
£30 million, it's not necessarily about the 30 million pounds, it's about the inspiration, it's about the positive net influence of people coming together and demonstrating something powerful, so...
Yep, and just showing that people care, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, interesting.
Team C. Why should the internet care about Team C?
They never once addressed how corporations and governments contribute to the issue.
Well, I mean, if you care about the ocean, you should care about Team C's.
We're saving the oceans in 2 ways.
You help us save.
No, MatPat. No, we are not messing with MatPat. MatPat's my goat. MatPat is a pure soul, okay? MatPat's a pure soul. Do not put him in this. He's my goat.
2 ways.
You help us save the ocean. I'm trying to raise some money to help save the ocean. I'm gonna lie and go with it so we, raise money to save the ocean. If you want to see me and Mark Rover suffer and save the ocean, you gotta save the ocean.
Why should...
Yeah, I mean, you're not saving the emotion, the ocean.
On this planet.
Oh, true, Zoe. I could say that being true. Okay, the video uploaded by Team C's 3 weeks ago used to push the false narrative through intentionally vague claims. TC's is proof that when a huge amount of people get together, blah, 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 I think planet, big things can happen. No, Mark Rubber, Team C's proved the exact opposite. It proved that even when there is a Herculean effort to reduce plastic pollution, even when all the largest influencers on the planet rallied their audience towards a cleanup solution, it did not make any positive difference. True. Yeah, that seems to be true. I never forgave MatPat for his Hollow Knight theory. Funny.
Proof that when a huge amount of people get together to help make things better...
It's just feel good. It's just feel good.
On this planet, big things can happen.
Shut up, bitch!
That's funny. Again. Mr. Beast and Mark Rober also went on to promote single-use garbage. This video goes into more depth on this. Mark, I like that your content promotes STEM to kids. You seem like a nice guy, but come on. You should know firsthand that cleanup efforts like Team C's are useless, and this problem is only solvable through regulatory actions like banning unnecessary single-use plastics. True. I think that's true. What convinced me, literally, all it took was one line. It was the line earlier that all the plastic that they cleaned was 1/3 of what is produced in one day. That completely ruined it for me. You didn't do anything. You did like almost nothing, right? And even if the other stuff about it being a bad idea to like even clean it, even if that wasn't even part of it, it's like you've done nothing, right? So that's crazy. NFTs for Team C's? What? That's real? Okay. Okay. Scroll. I'm getting freaking lost right now in Twitter. Twitter's so weird. I don't know how to use Twitter, bro. Okay. Why did Team C's never... Oh, okay. I'm starting to understand how this works. Why did Team C's never mention corporate pollution or push for a ban on unnecessary single-use plastics and instead push the narrative that this problem is solvable by people in cleanup efforts? Could it be that 50% of the money went to a Peter Thiel-funded startup whose largest sponsor is Coca-Cola? Ouch. Honestly, could we even feasibly go back to only glass bottles for drink consumption because that's the biggest factor in ocean plastic pollution? I think so, yeah. I mean, like, think about, like, every time you drink at, like, a fast food place that you get, like, that you don't leave with the cup if you go in. Though that's kind of crazy. I mean, there'd have to be a lot of big changes. Or like plastic water bottles are a problem. Like I don't, you know, like that's not a good thing to be buying or like to be like, yeah. I don't know. It would require a lot of changes, but I mean it's possible, for sure. It's just the big companies aren't gonna like it, for sure. Standardized plastic formulas so recycling becomes way easier and cheaper. Oh, that'd be a big thing. Yeah. Chat, I think we can do it, chat. Let's come together as the Pink Cubed Army and let's fix plastic pollution. We're gonna advocate. We're gonna assemble and we're going to associate with change. Can I be project manager? Are you on a sex registered list? Because if so, you're hired. Okay, that's Mr. Beast. It's a Mr. Beast joke. It's a Mr. Beast joke. Don't clip that. Mr. Beast joke. The dozens of us can come together. Together, we will be heroes. Pinky fool. I was Mr. Beast all along. Oh no. Some scientists say that average human consumes more than 1,000. Dude, I can't believe Dogpack is also making a plastic. He's attacking the plastic industry. This guy's crazy. He's making all sorts of attacks. The average human consumes more than 1,000 microplastic particles per week. A credit card worth of plastic every week. Is that true? Microplastics have Trojan horse effects. Okay. Depending on the size of these plastics, they can phase through different things, all potentially carrying chemicals. Yeah, I mean, I got microplastics in my balls right now. That's what I'm saying, Bin Chicky. Yeah, I got microplastics bouncing around in there right now. I personally believe that widespread pollution of plastics and associated stuff is the second largest issue facing humanity right now after AI. A possible solution. UN will meet for the 5th time and final time to negotiate an international plastics treaty. In past meetings, the U.S. government has been unwilling to come to agreements, instead advocating for corporate interests like increased investments into tax-funded recycling and waste management solutions that haven't worked. So IMO, before the November meeting, there should be a large push on social media to support of banning unnecessary single-use plastics like Team C's, but actually effective at doing something. Anyways, this was kind of an unstructured rant, probably full of spelling mistakes. I wrote this high on meth. He's making a joke. That's so funny. He's making jokes around the, like... He's getting ahead of the Mr. Beast character assassination by joking that he was high on meth. So now we can't take it seriously if oh, this guy was high. If that comes out, Dogpack's ahead of the game. See, this is what I mean when I meant, like, people, like, taking control of the information warfare. Dogpack seems to be playing this pretty okay so far. He is self-joking slander to eliminate the possibility of slander being taken seriously against him as well. That's so smart. But I wanted to address how Team C's was a complete joke, explain the scale of plastic pollution and why it's such a big issue, and offer a potential solution. Part 2 is going in a different direction, but when it comes out, Mr. Beast is 100% done. Yeah, he's owning it. He's owning it, bro. Ah, man, I hope Dogpack keeps making content after Mr. Beast runs out, bro. Dogpack, keep make exposés, bro. You're good at this. It's fun. You're really engaging me right now, man. No, I think it's smart that he's making the statements about being on drugs. It's getting ahead of the game. Here's a clip of me 5 minutes, but he's doubling down.
Are you on drugs or alcohol?
No, sir.
Do you take drugs or alcohol?
What is drugs?
And wait.
This guy's out of the game. Yeah, that's funny. You proved nothing about Team C's. Just repost this stuff. Completely ratios him. I love the aggressiveness of someone as someone who's watching from the side. Exactly. The sidelines feel real good for us, bro. I'm feeling real good on the sidelines. Why are you wanting to do this to Mr. Beast? Chat, why does he want to do this to Mr. Beast? How could he? How could he do this? Why would he want to do this to Mr. Beast? Believing that microplastics and AI are the... Okay, come on, AI. Is that a Nijika? That's a Nijika from Bochi the Rock. I almost just said Bochi no Pico. That was crazy. While global warming exists is crazy. Bruh. And then he mogs him here. That's crazy. That was a good thread. I enjoyed reading that thread. This was funny.
Hey, wait a minute. Well, wait. Where are you going?
It's over, Dory.
Alright, chat. Is there any other good things? Any other good, any other relevancies? We've had a 3.5 hour Mr. Beast dive. Check stream channel. Are you on a sex registered list? Because if so, you're hired. Chat, what do we think of this? What do we think of this? Am I over? Is it over for Pink Cubed? Is it actually over for Pink Cubed? I think we'll be okay. I think we'll make it. A content feed. Any other good things is crazy after this dive. Any other good content, bro? It's all content, not related to Mr. Beast. Oh, that's a LobCorp video. No, we're not. That's a completely different realm than we're in right now. Pink Cubed canceled? Pink canceled. Pink canceled. Cancel Cubed or Pink canceled? What do you think? I think this Miss Pink Cube guy deserves to be the most subscribed channel on YouTube. Facts. I deserve everything. You watched Monogatari, it was over before it even started. Cancel Cubed? Do we like Cancel Cubed or Pink Cubed? Cancel Cubed? Or Pink Cancel? Yeah, Cancel Cubed sounds good. 10 minutes of Talos is a crazy suggestion right now. You watch... The funny thing about the Monogatari thing, is that, like, I actually have kind of thought about that, of, like, you know, there's a lot of footage. Was that you, Shinji? I was the Shinji. Are you talking about the short? Because, yeah, that's a short I made a long time ago. Kind of funny, kind of funny, kind of funny. But, yeah, no, I've thought about that, though, where, like, I was like, dang, I hope my, I don't say anything too crazy in those Monogatari videos that'll end up biting me in the booty later. Because I kind of go into, like, these unhinged rants a lot of the time. Not rants, but unhinged spirals, where I don't really focus on what I'm saying a lot of the time. So, in a way, you know? You will not have a political cure. I'll just own up to it. I'll just own up to it. Nah. I am an enlightened being, chat. I'm an enlightened being. Nothing can harm me. Terminus, nothing can harm me. And I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of it. Alright, well. Some of the future coming through all your mono erections just to cancel you? Facts. So true, Mohammed. So true. We were pushing Prisma in the Fate channel to get more evidence to go with the Monogatari clips. Yeah. I don't really... My problem, I don't really want to get into another big thing. Like, I don't really know if I really want to start, like, a big game, chat. Because I do want to get Fate up kind of ASAP. And other things. Watch FNAF. Baba Is You is a throwback, bro. We could maybe... I would like to, maybe... I know that FNAF thing is 9 hours. I do want to do that at some point, though. Like, hopefully, maybe, like, within the week, I can figure something out. It's late. I should sleep. Good night, Paul. Good night, Paul Wolf. Appreciate you stopping by. Can we watch the LobCorp clip? Father, it's only 30 seconds. I'm gonna go record and edit some stuff tomorrow. Good luck with that, Terminus. I'll be watching Darkest Dungeon 2 streams. Bro, I actually love Darkest Dungeon 2. I'm waiting for the Kingdoms expansion to come out. That's when I'm gonna start playing it again. I've decided. Maybe on stream? Ooh, Darkest Dungeon 2 Kingdoms stream? That'd be fun gaming. Yeah, it's about to be lit. It's about to be lit, chatters. Wanna play a horror game? Oh, I don't know what I want to do, chat. I need to eat. I kind of need to go eat. All I've had today is I had a chicken patty before stream, and that's all I've really had. So, if you beat Outer Wilds right now, they'll gift you a... I like how you say they'll. They'll. Let's maybe just keep this as a shorter stream today, chat. We will make more moves. I don't want to push anything too crazy right now. Because I'm motivated right now, so I want to take advantage of it and get some fake going, get some other stuff going. It should be fun. Fine, I'll watch this Lobotomy Corporation video, but let's start. Pink Cube to adjust the allegations. There are no allegations. There are no allegations. Addressed. What is this, FBI? Which bird is this? This looks like a bird. Oh, it's Big Bird. Munch. Yeah, that's about right. That's about right. Stream earlier or later. No, yeah, and we did start stream way late today. It's because I was getting Fate watched, but yeah. I got one horror game if you're ever in the mood. Well, yeah, send it. Send in, like, stream channel or something, and I'll, we can... I do want to do a more of a average Mr. Beast challenge video. True. I challenged 100 people to try to tame Big Bird for $100,000. Yeah, that's real. But chat, I think we're gonna be doing it for today. I also gotta go pee, so I think that was a good Mr. Beast extravaganza. We need to finish Outer Wilds. Outer Wilds, it comes kind of first. I do promise that. Maybe Wednesday, maybe an extra stream, maybe Friday. But I do definitely, that has not been abandoned. That's our biggest priority. Other than that, though, I don't mind a little bit more horror. I don't mind more drama. Drama's been fun to watch. You know, The Button. All right, lots of fun stuff out there, chat. But that's going to really be doing it for this stream. I'll hit on with the ending stream. Thank you very, very much for stopping by, hanging out, whatever. Even if you're for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, 5 hours. Tolos has been abandoned. Tolos is, Outer Wilds. Maybe Tolos will get a chance to shine. We'll see. But the Tolos principle, it's a game. It's a good game. It's so real. But yeah, I'm gonna be out of here, chat. Basically Pog. Have I ever played Pathologic 2? I have not played Pathologic 2. Yeah, guys, okay. This is what we're gonna do with the Talos principle. Next time we're gonna stream,